Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Sam's Town Live here in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Sin City Showdown, brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, The Money Team, Mayweather Sports, and Sam's Town Live. This is the opening attraction of the evening, 4 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout will be Ricardo Ocasio, Glenn Trowbridge, and Natalie Terrell. Also at ringside, the review official is Robert Bird, and in the ring, the man laying the law when the bell sounds, referee Robert Hoyle. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing solid white. He weighed in officially at 144 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 2 victories, 2 defeats, his 2 victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Hastings, Nebraska, presenting Nate Badman Morrow. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black and camouflage trunks. He weighed in officially at 144 1/2 pounds. His professional record, 1 victory, no defeats. His lone victory coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Mesa, Arizona, presenting Mickey Scala. Once again, referee in charge, Robert Hoyle.
That's Ramblin' Ralph with the fighter introductions there.
Once again, the opening attraction, 4 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division.
That's Robert Hoyle, the man in charge, as the referee. And here we go. Again, Scala's the one with the orange and black trunks with the Italian flag. Morrow's wearing the white trunks. With a nice left hand there by Scala right off the bat. Mickey Scala's record again is 1-0, while Nate Morrow is 2-2. Scala's got a nice little assembly of family and friends here, driving by nearby Mesa, about a 5-hour drive right out by Phoenix. Oh. Oh, Morrow had a nice counter left there. When you get young fighters like this with not a lot of experience, a lot of times you end up getting just a lot of bombs being thrown, and we're seeing that right here. Nice left hand to the body there by Scala. Knocked him back again. That might have hurt Morrow a little bit. Ooh, nice right hand there by Scala. Morrow's starting to get tagged up a bit here. He's definitely on his bicycle now. You can hear the Arizona contingent here rooting on their man. Got to give Scala some credit here. He has him hurt and on the run, but he's taking his time. Nice 1-2 by Scala there. And that's into round 1 here in Las Vegas at Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall. Later on tonight, Showtime has a Showbox triple header starting at 7:45 Pacific time. Please tune in and catch Mayweather fighters. Opening up the broadcast will be Kevin Newman, 11-1, taking on Cenk Plana, from Hagerstown, Maryland, 7-1. And then 2016 Haitian Olympian Richard Hitchens will be taking on Nick DeLomba. That's 10-0 versus 16-0. And then in the main event, Las Vegas' own Keith Hunter, 11-0, takes on Sandbar Rachmanov, who's 12-2, also fighting out of Las Vegas. That should be a nice little grudge match here. There's been a lot of talk between both of those fighters, and we'll see who the better man is. I see there on the Mayweather live card, someone says, is that Ryan Garcia? And Scala does have a little look like Ryan Garcia, but no, that it's not him. If we go in order, for those who are asking about Vidal Riley, he's going to be fighting the last fight before we go to the Showbox card, so we're still a little ways away from that. We have a total of 7 bouts before we get to the Showtime card. Scala lands again. Both men landed there, but it just seems like Scala has definitely the harder punches and is inflicting more damage when he lands. Nice left hand to the body by Scala. Oh, big right hand there. As you can see there, Moro got a right-handed himself, but he just didn't have his legs into the shot. It was more of an arm punch. Again, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds. We're in the 2nd round right now. Ooh, Moro had a nice shot there. Another one, another right hand. But as you can see by Scala's shots, he just seems to have more power. Oh, and that one put him down. Delayed reaction there before he took a knee. Someone's saying, is that Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, he does kind of have probably a little bit more hair, but he does kind of look like Patrick Mahomes. He being Nate Moro, fighting out of Nebraska. Just took a knee, so he's in some trouble now, and just ate a big left hand. 2 more left hands to the body as Scala digs. A lot of times promoters will put fighters like this on their cards to give them kind of a tryout, see what they have, and possibly sign them afterwards. I believe it's 6 more fights after this until Vidal. This is the first fight of the night. Answering some of you guys' questions here on the social media page. Nice combination there by Scala to end round 2. Again, this is Sam's Town Live here at Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall, Mayweather Promotions. This is fight number 1. We have a total of 10 fights on the loaded fight card tonight. 7:45 p.m. Showtime goes live with the newest edition of Showbox. Kevin Newman takes on Cenk Plana. Richardson Hitchens takes on Nick DeLomba. And Keith Hunter takes on Sandar Rachmanov. All 3 bouts on Showbox are scheduled for 10 rounds. After this bout, we have Kevin Johnson taking on Ryan Pino, and then Rock Murthil taking on Johnny Rodriguez, followed up by Frank Martin going up against Raymond Yanong, and then Linnell Bellows, Las Vegas favorite here, taking on Malcolm Jones, and then Memphis Miller going up against Marcos Jimenez, and then we have Vidal Riley, who you guys are all asking about, his 4th professional fight, taking on Mohamed Abdullah of Cincinnati. For those of you asking specific times, in boxing it doesn't quite work that way. It all depends on how long these fights take. If there's a lot of knockouts, then the fights will start earlier. If there's not, then they're going to start later. So there's not really an answer to that until the live TV starts. Nice exchange there. Another shot puts Moro down. I believe that was the right hand. Was the one that did the damage there. Referee Robert Hoyle telling Moro to show him something. And wow, that's it. Hoyle calls it off. You can see he was hurt. Good stoppage by the referee. No need for someone like Moro to take more punishment like that. As they say, live to fight another day. And that's win number 2 for Mickey Scala of nearby Mesa, Arizona, suburb of Phoenix. Next up will be Kevin Johnson of Las Vegas, 7-2, taking on Ryan Pino of San Juan, Puerto Rico, 8-4 in welterweight action. Yes, this broadcast will end when the live TV starts. That is at 7:45 p.m. Pacific time. We have a long way to go, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Again, we have 6 more fights until the Showtime card begins. Scala definitely could use a little bit of work on his defense, but he showed us he's got some nice pop with his punches, and he knows how to put them together. The young local, or nearby fighter, I should say, definitely has some ability. I'd like to see him back in the ring soon and see what he learns in the gym from this experience after he watches the tape and his coaches work with him again and get him ready for his next fight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
main event is at 7:45.
1 minute, 15 seconds of round number 3. Referee Robert Hoyle calls a halt to the bout. Your winner by way of TKO from Mesa, Arizona, Mickey Scala.
Mickey Scala with the victory, 2-0, 2 knockouts now in his young professional career. Nate Moro falls to 2-3. He was game in there, he just wasn't at the same level as his opponent. All right, next up we have Kevin Johnson, 7-2, a 27-year-old fighter. Fights here out of Las Vegas, going up against Ryan Pino, 8-4-2, who fights out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Both fighters are right-handed fighters. 27 years old for Johnson, 23 for Ryan Pino. You can see they both have the same knockouts. This should be a good fight. Both fighters have tasted defeat, but whoever wins this fight will put himself in position to be able to go on to bigger and better things. You can see that Pino has the height advantage and a reach advantage as well of 2 inches. We'll see how that all plays out in the ring here shortly. Yes, Memphis Miller is fighting tonight. Again, Kevin Johnson, Ryan Pino up next. Be sure to stick around because we have a lot of guests that will be popping in here. We may have some of the fighters after their fights pop in here and talk to you guys for a few minutes, but we have a few other special guests that I don't want to reveal just yet. Ryan Pino about to make his ring entrance. Coming into Miganga, Bryant Myers featuring Anuel. Now Kevin Johnson makes his way to the ring. To the old classic, Ain't No Stopping Us. Again, we are live here at Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall. This is Ryan Burton. I'll be calling the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next attraction of the evening. 8 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. At ringside, your 3 judges scoring this bout will be Patricia Morse-Jarman, Chris Migliori, and Max DeLuca. At ringside, the review official is Joe Cortez. And in the ring, the man laying the law when the bell sounds, referee Jay Nady. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the gold and black trim trunks. He went in officially at an even 145 pounds. His professional record, 8 victories, 4 defeats with 2 bouts even. 4 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, by way of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Presenting Ryan Pino. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black and blue trunks. He went in officially at 144 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 7 victories, 2 defeats, 4 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, presenting Kevin Thunderstorm Johnson. Once again, referee Jay Nady for instructions.
8 rounds. Good luck. Touch gloves. Obey my commands. Let's go to work.
Right, again, we are live here, Sin City Showdown from Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas at 7:45 p.m. tonight, Pacific time, 10:45 Eastern. Showbox will kick off a triple header for Mayweather Promotions. Here we go. Johnson versus Pino. Kevin Johnson in the blue trunks with the black trim. Ryan Pino in the black and orange trunks. This is USA versus Puerto Rico. As is typical, both fighters filling each other out here in the first round. There, Johnson goes to the body. Ooh, then goes up top to the head, lands a right hand. So far, Pino really hasn't let his hands go much. As I say that, he lands a left hand. See Johnson going to the body with his left hand. As you can see by the shorts, Kevin Johnson is the Mayweather fighter. Someone's asking out there, has Nate Morrow fought? Yes, he fought in the first fight. He was stopped by Mickey Scala. Ooh, nice right hand there, landed by Johnson. Referee Jay Nady talking to Johnson there. Other left hand. You can see Johnson's strategy here early on is to definitely attack the body. That's into round one. Good round there for Johnson. We're here live, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall. Mayweather Promotions. Later on tonight, a triple header on Showbox. Kicking off the action tonight will be Kevin Newman, right here out of Las Vegas, 11-1, against Jenk Plana out of Hagerstown, Maryland. And then in the second bout will be Richardson Hitchens, 2016 Haitian Olympian, undefeated, going up against Mick DeLomba from Cranston, Rhode Island. And in the main event, Keith Hunter from right here in Las Vegas against Sanjar Rachmanov in a grudge match, Vegas-style grudge match. Should be a great, great card. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, my name's Ryan Burton. Here we go, round two. So that first round, Pino really didn't do much of anything. He's going to have to step up his pace and step up his game here to get back in the fight. This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds, so there is some time. But still, if Johnson keeps it on the outside the way he did in the first round and continues to go to the body, it's going to be a tough night for Pino. Oh, big right hand there by Johnson. Just missed. Tried another right hand there, he being Johnson. Pino's having a lot of trouble getting inside and being effective. Anytime he gets inside, he's being smothered just like he is now. And Johnson's speed is giving him problems as well. There goes Johnson again. You see he throws 2 kind of throwaway punches, lands the right, comes back with the left. Now Pino's backing up, looking confused. He's doing a really good job controlling the action, controlling the pace here. As his development as a fighter, though, it'd be good to see if he's able to step on the gas here and inflict some more damage. Again, another combination. And he finishes up with the body shot. You see those shots by Pino? He landed a body shot, but there was absolutely nothing on it. He's kind of hesitant the way he's throwing his punches. He's afraid to get countered. Landed one there. Couple there, but they were all arm punches. If he keeps punching like that, you see the shots that he's landing and they're not having any effect. I think Johnson's going to get a lot more confidence in that he knows he can take his punch, and he might go for it and try to hit him with something really big. Nice body shot there by Johnson. Man, all those shots there, that's what you call taking it to the bank. Keep hitting him to the body early, attack the body, and the head will fall. This is an 8-round fight, scheduled for 8 rounds, and if he continues this, I don't think it's going to make it all 8. That's into round 2. Again, thanks for tuning in. Sin City Showdown. We're live here from Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. This is our second bout of the night. In our first bout, Mickey Scala stayed undefeated. He's 2-0 now with 2 knockouts. He stopped Nate Moro. We have 5 more fights on this broadcast, on this stream, before we go live to the Showbox card. Y'all got to tune in on Showtime to watch that. Again, my name's Ryan Burton, here from Las Vegas. Be curious to know what Pino's corner told him that round. Couldn't quite hear in there, but he needs to make some adjustments quick if he's going to have any hope of getting into this fight.
But they got to give you a media credential, the yellow one. I don't have it.
Another left hand there by Johnson.
You don't have it. So that would be up to you.
Going back to the body just like he did in the first 2 rounds. Again, he's been burying that left hand in Pino's body. You see the way he just stretched out his legs? That damage is starting to accumulate. Pino misses a right hand. Ooh, nice counter there. Again, Johnson, promoted by Mayweather Promotions here out of Las Vegas. Pino fighting out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Right hand lands there by Pino, but it wasn't real flush, didn't do any damage. There goes that body attack by Johnson. Left hand downstairs and goes upstairs. Now here in the clinch, when they're in close, this is where Pino should be able to do his best work. But so far, hasn't had much success. There's referee Jay Nady. I believe he was warning Johnson that some of his punches may have strayed a little bit low. Oh, Johnson landed about 3 punches there straight. All of them landed. Pino snuck in a right hand there, but again, not much on his punches. He's sticking his tongue out there, but he hasn't won 1 round yet, at least on my card. All right, guys, get ready to go to round 4. We're here live, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. This is fight number 2. We have an action-packed night for you guys. Please stick around. Later on tonight, 7:45 p.m. Pacific, 10:45 Eastern, Showtime goes live with a Showbox triple header. Next up, if we stick to the order which we have so far, Rock Murthel will take on Johnny Rodriguez in a welterweight bout, also scheduled for 8 rounds. And there, Nady's taking the point away from Johnson. Those punches, they look borderline. Not sure a point deduction was warranted there yet. As you can see, Pino's shorts are a little bit high. But the problem is that body work has been very important to Johnson so far. So now he has to be careful. He doesn't want to get another point deducted or a possible disqualification. Nice right hand there to the head. We'll see. We'll see here if Johnson continues to work to the body or if he tries to go to the head more now that he's got the warning and also the point deduction. Pino pushes him into the corner. Referees let him work out of it as they fight in the corner. This right here is what Pino needs to do to get back in the fight. Nice combination, finished up on top. Referee warned Pino there for pushing him down on his head. Nice right hand there. Just missed another one by Johnson. They continue to trade punches here with Johnson getting the better of it. But we got to give credit to Pino. He is doing better this round. This is his best round of the fight so far. 2 left hands there, followed up with the right. There goes Pino to the body there. 2 nice shots before going up to the head. Johnson looks like he's a little bit fatigued at this point. Now Johnson's going back on the attack. As Pino says to bring it on. That's the end of round 4. We're here live.
On social media and receive live event updates, news, and giveaways. Use the official event hashtag leading up to the action-packed main event at hashtag Sin City Showdown. Follow Mayweather Promotions on Instagram for all the behind-the-scenes action at Mayweather Promotions, at Showtime Boxing, at Sam's Town Live on Instagram, and on Twitter at Mayweather Promo, at Showtime Boxing, and at Sam's Town LV.
Round number 5 coming up. We're live here, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. Again, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Showtime will go live with a Showbox triple header put on by Mayweather Promotions. This is the second fight of the evening. In the first fight, Mickey Scala improved to 2-0 with a knockout victory over Nate Morrow. A lot of people on the stream are asking, did Riley fight yet? Did he fight? No, he did not. He is the last fight before we go to Showtime. Johnson going back to the body, 2 right hands there. His most successes came when he goes to the body first before attacking the head. He did get a point deducted in the last round, so I'm sure he's going to be a little bit more careful. And Pino, after dropping the first 3 rounds, had his best round of the fight in the last round. Not sure if it was enough to win it, but he at least got a tie on the scorecards, being that a point was deducted from Johnson. Really starting to let his hands go now. You can see Pino standing there, looking for his counter punch. Oh, Pino, probably his best punch of the night there, that right hand counter. Just got him with the left too, as Johnson got caught sticking his head up and leaning in. Nice 1-2 there by Johnson. Another nice right hand by Johnson. Seemed like it took 3 rounds for Pino to wake up and get in a little bit of a rhythm. Again, I'm not sure it's enough to win some of these rounds, but they're a lot more competitive than the first ones were. As Raul Marquez makes his way in, show a box commentary. See both fighters throwing punches, but both were out of each other's range there. Blood starting to flow from Johnson's nose. And Pino hits him with the right hand right on his nose there. Yeah, I agree. Reading the comments, someone said that the point deduction kind of took Johnson off his body work game that he was employing almost perfectly for the first 3.5 rounds. He started this round off with body punches, but kind of slowed down and went more head hunting afterwards. You see a lot of blood now flowing from Johnson's nose. His nose may be broken. That's it for round 5. Again, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Showbox returns on Showtime. Triple header put on by Mayweather Promotions. Opening up the telecast, Kevin Newman takes on Cenk Plana. And then Richardson Hitchens, 2016 Haitian Olympian, 10-0, takes on Nick DeLomba, 16-2 out of Rhode Island. And then the main event, the grudge match, Keith Hunter here from Las Vegas against Sanbar Rachmanov. Also let you guys know that on March 8th, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation has the 5th Fight for Fitness. It takes place at Sunset Park, which is here in the east side of Las Vegas. It's going to have a 5K race, a 1K family fun run and walk, and a community day. The event kicks off at 8 a.m., but early arrival is highly, highly encouraged. This gets packed. A lot of people are there. Registration is still open, and volunteers are still needed. Please contact at tfmjf.org to sign up. Again, that's contact at tfmjf.org to sign up. And go to tfmjf.org for event details. Nice uppercut there by Johnson. And then 2 left hands to the body and up to the head. With his nose bleeding like that, it probably gives him a little bit more of a sense of urgency. There, ooh, nice combination there by Johnson. To the body, then up to the head. Landed 4 punches in that sequence. That left hand got a little different reaction out of Pino. I'm not sure if he was hurt or if he's just getting tired himself. He's not punching as much this round. Get blood flowing from the nose of Kevin Johnson. 7-2 record. It's a bit misleading, as his only 2 losses have came against Olympians. He's fought a lot of top competition, which you don't usually see out of fighters with only 9 fights on their resume. Usually fighters are built up a slow way, but not him. He's been fast-tracked. Going up against Ryan Pino of San Juan, Puerto Rico. You can see Johnson breathing from his mouth. His nose may be broken, probably likely is broken. This is boxing. So this does happen quite often. Fighters get injured, fighters get cuts, and have to fight through it. Nice right hand there. First one missed, second one landed for Johnson. Now Johnson pushed Pino into the ropes as we have 10 seconds left in the round. That's the end of the 6th. That seemed like a clear round for Johnson. I don't know if Pino's tired or if he just wanted to take that round off to come out stronger in the 7th round. We shall see. Again, we're here live, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining our live stream. 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Showbox on Showtime, triple header, Mayweather Promotions. Again, I'm Ryan Burton. Ryan Pino has had some moments in this fight, but he definitely appears to have a sizable disadvantage on the scorecards. But Johnson has the bloody nose, appears to be a little bit more injured, so we'll see who's the stronger fighter here in round 7.
We're going to go with the swing belt.
Next up, we're going to have Frank Martin taking on Raymond Yanong from the Philippines. Again, Frank Martin 10-0 versus Raymond Yanong 10-4-1 out of the Philippines. And another USA-Philippines matchup. Johnson missed a couple punches there as Pino evades and gets out of the corner. Comes back, lands a right hand, but wasn't much on it. Nice left hander to the body from Johnson. That's probably the hardest one he's landed in the last 2 or 3 rounds. To the body, that is. After starting out the fight, the first 4 rounds, concentrating his attack to the body, which may be the reason why Pino isn't throwing as much now. More body shots than an uppercut there by Johnson. Pino, after backtracking, tries to stand his ground and throw a couple punches, but nothing landed. More nice body work by Johnson, then followed it upstairs with the left hook. Johnson's going back to the body. Again, that's what he did the first 3 or 4 rounds if you just joined us. The body attack was the key. Wow, nice shot there to the head to wake up Pino and force him to back out of the exchange. Another nice right hand. Pino's taking a lot of shots to the body, a lot of damage. And now we're in round 7. This is when that starts to catch up and your body starts to feel it. You just saw him take 2 to the head. Another nice short left there. Johnson to the right. Pino looks to be in a little bit of trouble now. Both fighters exchange ferocious shots. And that's it for round 7. Up next is the 8th and final round here in Las Vegas at Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall. Mayweather Promotions. Follow the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation at TFMJF. Again, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation doing a lot of positive things for the community. And don't forget, on March 8th is the Fight for Fitness.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for both warriors. This is the 8th and final round.
Visit www.tfmjf.org for more info on the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation's 5th Fight for Fitness. This is it. This is the last round. Johnson versus Pino. If the judges have the fight anywhere close to what I have, Johnson's got a definite, sizable lead on the cards here, even though he did have a point deducted. But you never know. My card doesn't count. What the 3 judges have on their cards is what counts. That's why a lot of these fighters say they like to take it out of the judges' hands. We'll see if either one of these 2 men can finish each other off. There, Johnson goes back to the body. Ooh, a nice left hand there by Johnson. Pino missing with that left hand, going right over the top of Johnson's head as Johnson continues to walk him down. You see Johnson stuck him with the left hand, then went right back down to the body. Landed again. Nice combination there by Johnson. See, both fighters are tired in there now, trying to finish strong with 27-year-old Johnson, 23-year-old Pino. Las Vegas versus Puerto Rico. Nice right hand there by Johnson. 10-second bell rings. And that's it, guys. 8th and final round in the books. As the fighters hug, show some respect. can watch all these fights on the Mayweather Promotions YouTube channel. It appeared Johnson did enough to win that fight. He did have 1 point deducted. Ramblin' Ralph will be with us here shortly with the scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Chris Migliori scored the contest 78-73, while judges Patricia Morris-Jarman and Max DeLuca scored it 77-74 for your winner by unanimous decision. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Kevin Johnson. And a round of applause for his very game opponent from Puerto Rico, Ryan Pino.
Get up next, Frank Martin versus Raymond Yanong. Martin is 16-0. Yanong is 10-4-1. Now we see the tail of the tape. Frank Martin, his record's 10-0, 7 knockouts, 25 years of age, coming to you out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Taking on Raymond Yanong, 10-4-1, 26 years of age, out of the Philippines. The height and the reach and the weight is all just about the same. Of course, those were the official weights yesterday to weigh in. Both fighters will be significantly heavier today. Yanong coming in to the Eye of the Tiger, the familiar Rocky tune. March 8th, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation at Sunset Park here on the east side. Come run the 5K, the family 1K.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next attraction of the evening. 6 rounds of boxing in the super lightweight division. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout will be Lisa Giampa, Natalie Terrell, and Chris Flores. Also at ringside, the review official is Jay Nady, and in the ring, the man playing the law when the bell sounds, referee Russell Mora. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the white and black trim trunks. He weighed in officially at 136.5 pounds. His professional record, 10 victories, 4 defeats with 1 bout even, 9 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Escalante City, Philippines, presenting the Conqueror, Raymond Yanon. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the white and orange trim trunks. He weighed in officially at 136.75 pounds. His professional record, 10 victories, no defeats, 7 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Indianapolis, Indiana, presenting the undefeated Frank Ghost Morton. Once again, referee Russell Mora for instructions.
Trunks here are good, trunks here are good. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. God bless you both. Touch up.
Here we go, round 1. Frank Martin in the white and orange trunks with Ghost there on the front. Raymond Yanon in the white and black, white shorts with the black trim, fighting out of the Philippines. A nice left hand there snuck in by Martin. With their left hand there from Martin. Right hand to the body there. Lands for Martin after missing a couple of lefts upstairs. Nice counter there by Yanon. Both fighters missing there. And then Martin comes back with the right hand, connecting to the body. Another right hand to the body. Nice counter by Yanon, though. Definitely woke Martin up. That counter right. You see the strategy already. Martin's trying to be the aggressor to get inside, and Yanon's content. Try to counter him. He's had a couple of punches come in, but overall, Martin like that, in and out, left to the body and out. Referee Russell Mora breaks him up. Right hand there, another counter punch by Yanon. Ooh, nice left-right combo there from Martin to end the round. That's it for round 1. Sam's Town Live. We're coming to you from Sam's Town Gambling Hall here in Las Vegas. 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in. Showtime. There's a Mayweather Promotions triple header headlined by Keith Hunter, Las Vegas' own, versus Sanjar Rachmanov, also out of Las Vegas. And the co-feature bout, Richardson Hitchens, 2016 Haitian Olympian, takes on Nick DeLomba, and opening up the card, Kevin Newman faces Cenk Palana. Everyone is asking about Vidal Riley, and he's scheduled to be the last fight on the stream before we go live on Showtime. This is our third bout of the evening. Mickey Scala and Kevin Johnson picked up victories in the first two bouts. Here we are, round number 2. Martin's already picked up his punch out, but here, going to the body, then going up the stairs. As Yang Nong is content, just looking for the counter. You see that, tried to throw the right, but it was just too late with it. That one did get through though, the second one. Back Martin up for a second. Make sure you guys turn in March 28th. Showtime will be back at the Park MGM here in Las Vegas. The main event, Luis NERY takes on Aron Alameda. It'll be NERY's first fight at 122 pounds, the former 118-pound titleist, in a Showtime main event. That will also be a triple header, just like tonight's Showbox card. Opening up that contest, Joseph George will meet Marcos Escudero. Another nice shot to the body by Martin. Nice combination. 6 punches in a row that landed for Martin. Yanong, all he could do was nod, like saying, "You got me," basically. 2 more, 3. See, Martin's starting to really open up now. Put a little bit more weight on his shots. Yanong had a little bit of success in the first round with his counter punches, but you can see the speed difference is real evident here. The more body punches that Martin's able to land, it's going to slow him down even more. Although Yanong did somewhat connect with that right hand there. It wasn't flush as Martin was getting out of danger. There, Yanong missed a few wild shots there as we end round number 2. Again, we're here live, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. This is fight number 3. Mickey Scala won by knockout in the first fight. Kevin Johnson won a unanimous decision in the second fight. And now it's Frank Martin taking on Raymond Yanong. Mayweather Promotions. Again, my name's Ryan Burton. Be sure to stick around, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Showtime will go live with a Showbox triple header. Headlined by Keith Hunter taking on Sanjar Rachmanov. 11-0 versus 12-2-1. Here we go, round 3. Martin in the white and orange shorts. Yanong in the white shorts with the black trim. Yanong coming out more aggressive here as referee Russell Mora pulls him away. Tells both fighters to watch their head. I don't know what Yanong's corner told him, but they must have told him he was losing the fight. He needs to put his foot on the gas. Landed a nice 1-2 there. A nice left hand by Martin, the ghost. Another nice shot. And Martin stops his charge with the left hand right on the chin. Another clash of heads. See that? Yanong missed badly. Martin made him pay with the left hand. Nice three-punch combination by Martin. Follows it up with three more. Now Martin's really starting to take him apart. He's found his range. 3 punches there, in and out. And Yanong is just too slow. 4-punch combination. At this point, I'm not sure what Yanong can do. He's been trying to counter, but now Martin's got his confidence. He's found the range. You see that? Just got to keep trying to work and hope that Martin makes a mistake when he lunges in. Body shot there for Yanong. Now we're headed to round number 4 here at Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. Yes, Rock will be fighting. He has not fought yet. Sanjar and Keith Hunter, that will be the main event on the Showtime card. Just answering some questions here in the Mayweather Promotions live stream on Facebook chat room. Here we go, round 4. Number 10:45 Eastern. The main card on Showtime, Showbox, will kick off. And there's the first knockdown of the night. Saw that 2 punches, sent Yanong down to the canvas. We're very early into round number 4. Four-punch combination. The body shot definitely hurt Yanong. Now Martin goes for the kill, and he gets it. Knockout victory. Frank Martin now 11-0 with 8 knockouts. What a performance. As you can see, the speed and power was just too much for the overmatched Raymond Yanong. Martin, super lightweight now, improves to 11-0. Remember, March 8th, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation's 5th Fight for Fitness takes place at the Sunset Park here on the east side of Las Vegas, featuring a 5K race, a 1K family run walk, and it's a community day. Action starts at 8 a.m., but everyone is encouraged to be there much earlier. It does get packed. Parking can be tight, so make sure you get there early. There'll be lots of Mayweather Promotions fighters in attendance. Registration is still open. Visit www.tfmjf.org for more event details. And if anyone wants
Ladies and gentlemen, official time. 50 seconds of round number 4. Referee Russell Mota calls a halt to the bout. Your winner by way of TKO and still undefeated, the Ghost, Frank Martin.
Ramblin' Ralph Velez there with the particulars. Great performance by Martin. When you're on your way up like he is, when you're a young fighter, a knockout is always what you want to get. You want that wow factor, and he definitely put on a performance in this bout. And for Raymond Yanong from the Philippines, he falls to 10-5-1. Next up, you guys were asking for him, Rock Murthel, hopefully I pronounced that right, against Johnny Rodriguez. 16-0, 27-year-old Rock, Prince Rock taking on 9-5-1 Johnny Rodriguez. 38-year-old fighting out of California.
On my way up, seem like I gotta be. On my way up, seem like I gotta be. On my way up, sure seem like I gotta be. On my way up, sure look like I gotta be. Right, doing me the fucking night. Might just come off selfish, take my chances, ain't no living twice. Paid the price, no Illuminati, but I sacrificed.
We are live,
Sam's number
Town,
7, yell it out
hotel and gambling hall here in Las Vegas. The Mayweather Promotions Facebook live stream. Later on tonight, you'll see a Showbox triple header live on Showtime at 7:45 p.m. Pacific, 10:45 Eastern. Please tune in. Main event, Keith Hunter takes on Sanjar Rachmanov. Up now, we have Johnny Rodriguez taking on Prince Rock Murthel.
Nobody gonna love me like I love me. To figure it all out, it took a long time. Selfish with the love, cause I need all my time and money. We're both I'm acting funny. Seems like my daughter the only one that can get it from me. She like the sequel and her acting.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next attraction of the evening. 8 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. At ringside, your 3 judges scoring this bout will be Max DeLuca, Chris Migliori, and Glenn Trowbridge. Then in the ring, the man laying the law when the bell sounds, referee Robert Hoyle. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing red and gold trimmed trunks. He weighed in officially at 142 1/2 pounds. His professional record, 9 victories, 5 defeats with 1 bout even. 5 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Westminster, Colorado, presenting the Punisher, Johnny Rodriguez. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the red and black trim trunks. He weighed in officially at 142 1/4 pounds. His professional record, 16 victories, no defeats, 13 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, presenting the undefeated Prince Rock Murthel. Once again, referee in charge, Robert Hoyle.
Anything here on the belt line will be a low blow. Same for you over here. Give me a good, clean fight. When I say stop, break clean. Touch them up.
Robert Hoyle with the final instructions. We have Prince Rock Murthel taking on Johnny Rodriguez. 16-0 versus 9-5-1 in this welterweight fight. In the black and red shorts, you have Prince Rock Murthel. In the red and yellow trunks, you have Johnny Rodriguez. Murthel promoted by Mayweather Promotions. For those of you asking, yes, Frank Martin did win. Had a nice knockout victory. 4th round. Nice one, too, there by Rodriguez. Kind of surprised Murthel. May have been stunned there for a second. Another body shot. It's the chest, right hand there by Rodriguez. And that's got to be the key for Rodriguez to have success in this bout. He doesn't have the speed, but if he can make the fight rough and keep it on the inside, that's his best bet to get a victory here, pull off an upset. Now Murthel comes back with a body shot of his own. Murthel's got a nice 16-0 record with 13 knockouts. He's at that point of his career. If he could put on another spectacular performance, he's very close to bigger and better things. You can see Rodriguez is a lot slower, but he's tough, pushing his way in. Rodriguez, 38 years old, starting boxing a lot later than most. Someone like Murthel, who's a top prospect in the game. Right hand by Rodriguez. Murthel follows it up with the left. Another one. Both fighters missed there. That's a nice left hand lands by Murthel on the side of Rodriguez's head as the bell sounds. And that's it for round one. We're live here, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. Again, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. A Showbox triple header will go live on Showtime. We'll run down the Showbox card again. Topping it off is Keith Hunter, 11-0 versus Sanjar Rachmanov, 12-2-1. Both fighters fighting out of Las Vegas in a grudge match. In the co-feature bout, Richardson Hitchens, 2016 Haitian Olympian, takes on Nick DeLomba, 16-2 out of Rhode Island. And kicking off the card, televised portion that is Kevin Newman, 11-1-1, here out of Las Vegas, taking on Cenk Plana. Now we get ready for round 2. Nice right hand there. Nice right hand by Myrtle to open up the round. Another left hand. You can see he's coming out more aggressive this round. Used the first round as a filling out round. Rodriguez has a little bit of success, landed a few nice punches himself. But that's typical of a lot of fighters. They'll use the first round to fill out their opponent, see what they have, try to measure up the distance, and then really go for it. And you can see now, instead of being the stalked, he's the stalker, he being Myrtle. Another left hand for Myrtle. We'll see if Myrtle starts to go to the body more. He just landed the right hand. But unlike the previous winners of the fights, all three of them went to the body quite often. But so far, Myrtle's not really using that strategy. There's a pawing left hand there by Myrtle lands. Right hand there by Rodriguez. He's following it up. Left hand in the body. And Myrtle went with two of his own. You can see Rodriguez doesn't have the speed, but he's still been effective with some of his punches. This, however, has been a lot better round for Myrtle compared to the first. There, clean right hand lands for Myrtle right before the 10-second bell. And that's it for round number 2. Again, we're live here, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. Later on tonight at 10:45 p.m. Eastern, the Showbox card will kick off live on Showtime. Remember, March 28th, Luis NERY takes on Aaron Alameda at the MGM Park Theater. That'll be live on Showtime, part of a triple header. That'll be the next appearance by Showtime in Sin City. Former world champion Luis NERY will be making his first fight at 122 pounds. Training with Eddie Reynoso, who's most known for training Canelo Alvarez. Nice left hand there. Open up the round by Myrtle. Both fighters missing several shots here to open up the third round. Rodriguez lands 3 shots, but again, his shots are of the slow variety. Not a lot of pop on him, but he's been kind of effective getting inside on Myrtle. Body shot by Rodriguez. And now Myrtle comes back with the right hand of his own to the body. Nice right hand there by Myrtle. As Rodriguez was trying to get out of the way, he got caught flush. Left hand by Myrtle lands. So he goes back to the body. There are 2 big right hands by Myrtle, but you see Rodriguez comes back with one of his own. Myrtle definitely felt that. Flush right on the button. Nice uppercut by Murphy there. Both fighters exchange punches there. For the fans asking about Nate Morrow, yes, he did fight. He lost. Big shot there by Myrtle. Definitely staggered Rodriguez. 10 seconds left in the round. Another nice left. And a right hand. And Rodriguez follows up with a right of his own. That's the end of round 3. Again, we're live. Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall here in Las Vegas. Earlier tonight, opening up the action, Mickey Scala from Mesa, Arizona, picked up a 3rd round knockout, followed up by Kevin Johnson, Las Vegas' own.
For all your Money Team merchandise, please make sure you visit www.themoneyteam.com.
Kevin Johnson picked up a
The Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation is back with their local favorite event, the Fight for Fitness, an event where runners and families can unite with a day filled with spreading health and fitness awareness in a fun and interactive environment. The festivities will commence with a 5K race, a 1K family fun run. All ages are welcome. March 8th.
In the last fight, Frank Martin picked up a 4th round knockout. Now we're here in the 4th round here. Prince Rock Myrtle taking on Johnny Rodriguez. Oh, big right hand there for Myrtle. Definitely got Rodriguez's attention. Myrtle had a lot of success there at the end of round 3 and landed a big right hand to start this round off. Let's see if he's a little bit more aggressive. Nice left hand there, right on the jaw of Rodriguez. Digs down to the body. And now he starts to showboat a little bit in there. Showed some nice footwork, some nice defense. And now Rodriguez is starting to press the action forward. Myrtle started off hot. Oh, and Rodriguez just caught him there with the left hand. Now Myrtle comes back with the right to the body and then the left to the head. Nice 1-2. Big right hand by Myrtle. Both fighters missed shots there. After a big start to the round, it's kind of slowed the action here towards the end of round 4. And that's it for the 4th round. In Sin City Live here at Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, our friends and family that live outside of the Las Vegas area or in the area cannot come tonight. Please make sure you have them tune in to Mayweather Promotions Facebook and YouTube platforms. The entire undercard is on now. Again, Mayweather Promotions Facebook and YouTube platforms.
5th round coming up. This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the welterweight division. The Showtime portion of the card kicks off at 10:45 p.m. Eastern. A nice left hand by Myrtle lands. Another left hand for Myrtle. Fighting out of Los Angeles. Rodriguez out of Westminster, Colorado. See, Rodriguez landed a couple shots there, but just not clean shots, and Myrtle stops him in his tracks with that one. A wild miss by Rodriguez. Myrtle goes back down to the body. Nice 1-2 there by Myrtle. Wobbled Rodriguez there for a second. Now Rodriguez is coming forward. Not landing anything, but definitely pushing Myrtle back. There's a body shot for Myrtle. Catches him right on his forehead. Again, Myrtle 16-0 with 13 knockouts, so a win here, especially if he's able to get a stoppage victory, really puts in places in a loaded welterweight division that features fighters such as Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter. Lots of fighters in the division. He's obviously not ready for any of them yet, but this gets him to that next step where you start to fight better fighters if he's able to get the victory. Looks like he's winning on the card so far, but Rodriguez is pushing forward. You saw him land 3 or 4 shots there. That's it for round number 5. Again, we're here, Samstown Live. Here at the Samstown Gambling Hall, Las Vegas, Nevada. Later on tonight, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. The Showbox portion of the card kicks off live on Showtime. Leading up the card, Kevin Newman, Las Vegas' own, 11-1-1, takes on Cenk Plana, 7-1-1, in the super middleweight showdown, scheduled for 10 rounds. 2016 Haitian Olympian Richardson Hitchens will take on Nick DeLomba in a 10-round bout in the super lightweight division. And then Keith Bounty Hunter as they call him here, 11-0 versus Sanjar Rachmanov in a super lightweight bout scheduled for 10 rounds in a Las Vegas grudge match. It's round number 6. Prince Rock Myrtle taking on Johnny Rodriguez. There we go. Nice shot by Myrtle to start out the round. Taking a big right hand to the body, then following it upstairs. Not sure what Prince Rock's corner told him this round, but he appears to be a lot more aggressive and is going for it. Left hand there, right. Oh, and Rodriguez comes back with a big right hand of his own. That might slow him down a little bit here. Oh, an uppercut left hand by Rodriguez. This is getting interesting here in the 6th. Myrtle appeared to have a comfortable lead on my scorecard anyways going into this round. But again, my scorecard doesn't count. I'm Ryan Burton. The 3 judges are all that matters for this. Myrtle came up short on both of those shots, but his right hand to the head there just landed. Both fighters wearing the Cleto Reyes gloves, which are known as puncher's gloves. See, Myrtle's winning this fight, at least in my opinion, very clearly, but he's not 100% comfortable in there. Rodriguez just he's slow, but he has good enough movement where he can get inside, and he's landed some punches. Oh, there's a big left hand. Rodriguez showing the big chin, comes back with the left hand of his own. Every time Myrtle lands some good shots, Rodriguez comes back with just enough to keep him honest. After this fight, we have 3 more fights on this live stream before we go to Showbox. We have Linnell Bellows taking on Malcolm Jones. We have Ladarius Memphis Miller taking on Marcos Jimenez. And we have Vidal Riley, which I know a lot of you guys are waiting for, taking on Muhammad Abdullah. 3 more fights. We're in round 6 here. Prince Rock Myrtle taking on Johnny Rodriguez. That right hand there, land for Prince Rock. That's it for round 6. We're going on to round 7 now. Here at Samstown Hotel and Gambling Hall, Mayweather Promotions. You can follow Mayweather Promotions at Mayweather Promo on Twitter. Again, at 10:45 p.m. Eastern, we have a Showbox triple header live on Showtime. Make sure you don't miss that. Sam's Town starting to fill in nicely. See future Hall of Famer, former multi-time champion Zab Judah in the house. We'll have lots of other guests in here for you guys to listen to, interact with shortly. It's round number 7. Again, this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds. Oh, nice 1-2 there. That hurt Rodriguez. He's backing up. He looks like he's in trouble now. See if Prince Rock can finish him. His legs look like they're going. Goes to the body, to the head. Referee Robert Hoyle is really looking in on this. Again, this is the Mayweather Promotions live stream. I'm Ryan Burton. Another right hand. But you see Prince Rock's been hit by a couple good shots by Rodriguez. So he's taking his time as he works his way in. Another right hand. That wasn't quite as hard. Didn't have the mean intentions behind it as the earlier shot by Prince Rock. That one did, though. That short right you just saw. The money teams. Prince Rock, he's taking his time. Nice big right hand to the body. Rodriguez said it was low, but basically he was just trying to buy some time. You can see he still hasn't got his wits about him. That was more of a slapping left hand there. Mercer lands the left there. It goes right back down to the body. Nice 1-2 combination there by Prince Rock. We're here in the 7th round. Just missing was Mercer with that right. See Prince Rock going back down to the body, the Las Vegas resident. Excuse me, Los Angeles resident. It looks like Rodriguez, who was in major trouble early on in the round, is going to make it to the 8th round. Again, we're here, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. Mayweather Promotions. Later on tonight, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Tune in to Showtime for a Showbox triple header featuring 3 of Mayweather Promotions' top fighters. This is the 8th and final round coming up. For all your news on Mayweather Promotions, go to @Mayweather Promotions on Instagram and @Mayweather Promo on Twitter. You can also go to MayweatherPromotions.com and sign up to get information delivered straight to your inbox.
Put your hands together for both warriors. This is the 8th and final round.
Now, Prince Rock here appears to have a sizable lead, at least on my scorecard, but it hasn't been easy, even as he lands that big right hand. Rodriguez hasn't made it very comfortable for him so far, and Rodriguez has showed one hell of a chin, but Mercer should be winning comfortably on the scorecards. Right hand there by Murthel. See Rodriguez now just landing pawing shots, not much on it. The right hand from Murthel lands there. See a big welt underneath Rodriguez's left eye. He's taking some big shots, but he's taking them pretty well. He's been buckled a couple times. In the 7th round, it looked like he might go down, but he weathered the storm. Keeps going forward. Not with a lot of success, but he's had just enough, like I said, to keep Murthel from just going completely straight at him. It's the last round, so will Murthel just be content to cruise to a unanimous decision victory, or is he going to try to put his foot on the gas? Nice right hand there. Not a real hard shot, but definitely a clean punch. Ooh, and there's a nice 1-2 that did have some mustard on it. For Murthel, that is. You hear Rodriguez's corner imploring him to go for it. Doesn't appear to have it in the tank. 35 seconds left here in the final round. And now you see Murthel's trying to go for the knockout here, but not enough time to go for it. And that's it here in Las Vegas, Sam's Town. Hotel and gambling hall. Prince Rock Murthel, 16-0. Johnny Rodriguez, 9-5-1. Who do you guys think took that? To me, it doesn't seem like there was much doubt at all that Prince Rock will stay undefeated. But let's see what the judges have to say. We still have coming up Ladarius Memphis Miller taking on Marcos Jimenez. Lanel K.O. Bellows taking on Malcolm Jones. And the one a lot of you guys are waiting for, Vidal Riley taking on Muhammad Abdullah. And then at 10:45 Eastern, make sure you guys all tune in to Showbox on Showtime. Kicking off the action, Kevin Newman takes on Cenk Plana in a 10-round super middleweight bout. And then 2016 Haitian Olympian Richardson Hitchens takes on Nick DeLoma, 16-2 out of Rhode Island. And in the main event, the Vegas Grudge match, Keith the Bounty Hunter, 11-0 versus Sanjar Rachmanov, 12-2-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges, Max DeLuca, Chris Migliori, and Glenn Trowbridge scored the contest 78-74 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated from Los Angeles, California, Prince Rock Murthel.
You guys heard.
And a round of applause for his very game opponent from Colorado, the Punisher, Johnny Rodriguez.
You guys heard Ramblin' Ralph Velez announcing the scores, 78-74 on all 3 scorecards, 6 rounds to 2. Sounded about right. guys see all the social media outlets where you can follow Mayweather Promotions. Again, on March 28th at the Park MGM, Luis NERY will make his 122-pound debut against Aaron Alameda in the WBC Super Bantamweight title eliminator kickoff, or the main event for the card. Kicking off the action will be Joseph George taking on Marcos Escudero in a rematch of their Showbox fight from last year that had a lot of people talking for several days. And on March 8th, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation presents their 5th Fight for Fitness 5K race, 1K family run/walk. Starts at 8 a.m. at Sunset Park on the east side of Las Vegas. Make sure you're there early. Don't get there at 8 o'clock. You won't get started. You'll be late. Make sure you get there, I would say, half an hour early to 45 minutes early to get situated. For more information, visit www.tfmjf.org. Here's a tell of the tape. Linnell K.O. Bellows out of the Mayweather Promotions, 19-5-3, 34 years of age. Taking on Malcolm Jones, 15-1, a 27-year-old. This should be a good one. Both these fighters can crack. Bellows has been a long time Mayweather promoted fighter, has 12 knockouts. Malcolm Jones fighting out of Indianapolis, Indiana, has 9 knockouts on his ledger. You can follow Linnell Bellows at KO Bellows on Instagram.
On my way up.
After this fight, we still have 2 more before we go to the Showbox card on Showtime.
Seem like I gotta be on my way up. Show seem like I gotta be on my way up. Show look like I gotta be.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next attraction of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. At ringside, your 3 judges scoring this bout will be Adelaide Bird, Chris Flores, and Patricia Morse-Jarman. Also at ringside, the review official is Robert Bird. And in the ring, the man laying the law when the bell sounds, referee Kenny Bayless. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black and brown. He went in officially at an even 169 pounds. His professional record, 15 victories, 1 defeat, 9 by way of knockout. Fighting out of Indianapolis, Indiana, Malcolm Jones. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the purple and white trim trunks. He went in officially at an even 170 pounds. His professional record, 19 victories, 5 defeats with 3 bouts, even 12 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Compton, California, presenting Linnell K.O. Bellows. Once again, referee in charge, Kenny Bayless.
On paper, this is one of the most competitive fights.
Trunks are a little high, so on the upper half, we'll let them go. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Again, we'll caution you, keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck to both of you. Touch them up.
On paper, on the live stream, this is one of the most competitive fights. Malcolm Jones only has 1 loss, but he hasn't fought the type of competition that Linnell K.O. Bellows has. Bellows has 5 losses, but he's been in with a lot of the top guys at 168 pounds. This fight is set at a catch weight of 170 pounds. You see these guys aren't wasting any time getting right at it. Yep, in the comments, someone said this is the ref that refed Wilder versus Fury. That's correct. This is Kenny Bayless, widely regarded as one of the best referees in the sport. Nice right hand by Bellows. Now he goes to the body. Purple shorts, that's Linnell Bellows. In the furry light brown shorts there, that's Malcolm Jones. Our first 4 fights were all welterweights and a 140-pound bout. So now we got some big boys out there fighting at 170 pounds. See Jones try to get in and out there. It lands a left hand. Right hand to the body for Bellows. Ooh, nice left hand to the head by Jones. At 34 years old, this would be a nice win for someone like Bellows. It's not an old age, but he's definitely not a young pup anymore either. At the same time, for Jones at 27 years old, to get a veteran like this on his record really helped move him up. You see Jones complain there of a headbutt. Hitting the nose. Jones with the 1-2. Jones gets a nice right hand in there. You can see former 2-division world champion Badu Jack is in the house. Mentioned earlier, Zab Judah, future Hall of Famer, is also in attendance. And Bellows finished off the round there with a nice shot. Floyd Mayweather Sr. is also in the house. That's into round 1. Now we go to round 2. Again, we're live from Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. Stick around. We still have 2 more fights on this live stream before we go to the Showbox card, a triple header live on Showtime at 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Did you guys all see the fight last week? Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. One of the biggest heavyweight fights of recent memory. Everyone asking about Vidal Riley. There's this fight, one more fight, and then your boy will be in the ring. Here we go, round 2. Nice body shot by Jones. Start off round 2. And there comes Bello back with the right hand of his own. Jones, whoa, down, that Bellows goes down, hit him with 3 shots there. Body, then up to the head. Bellows got up pretty quickly. Referee Kenny Bayless told him to keep working there. We'll see how his legs are. Still very early in round number 2. A body shot by Jones lands. Two more body shots by Jones before Bellows comes back with one of his own. Another body shot by Jones. The unmerciful Malcolm Jones. You can see he's really concentrated on going to the body here in the second round. Again, next up, Ladarius Memphis Miller will take on Marcos Jimenez. And after that, Vidal Riley takes on Muhammad Abdullah. Ooh, a couple nice shots there by Bellows as he tries to get back in this round after going down. A nice big right hand by Bellows. That's why they call him KO Bellows. Definitely got Jones' attention there. Nice right hand to the side of the head. Landed by Bellows as the round is coming to an end here. That's in round two. People were asking, is the whole card live on Facebook? No, just the live stream. Will be 7 undercard bouts. After this fight, we have 2 more. Ladarius Memphis Miller takes on Marcos Jimenez, and then Vidal Riley takes on Muhammad Abdullah. After that, you guys got to all tune in to Showtime for the Showbox triple header. Kicks off at 10:45 p.m. Eastern. We're live here at Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall in Las Vegas. Mayweather Promotions. Follow them at Mayweather Promo on Twitter, at Mayweather Promotions on Instagram. For news and events, make sure you follow those sites and also go to MayweatherPromotions.com and you can sign up to get news straight to your inbox. Here we go, round 3. Jones had a big second round with a knockdown, but Bellows seemed to regain his bearing and came back pretty good at the end of the round. So we'll see how this third round plays out here in Las Vegas. Sin City Showdown. Bellows caught him with the right hand. Put a right hand to the head. Between the Jones shot to the body. Bellows up top with the right hand. He's going for it now. As both fighters start to exchange. I told you this looked like it might be one of the most competitive on paper for the live stream. And these fighters are going for it. See former 2-time world champion or 2-division world champion Badu Jack there in the background. Nice right hand by KO Bellows. Drops Jones, and he is hurt. You saw he tried to get up. His legs were wobbly, so he smartly stayed down to buy a little bit more time before he gets up. We're here in round 3. Expect Bellows to try to jump on him. He went over the top. Jones smartly went under as he tries to buy time to regain his legs. Both fighters have hit the canvas in this war. Jones lands a left, goes to the body, and you see KO Bellows, 2 right hands to the head. Jones is still wobbly. Another one. Referee Kenny Bayless breaks him up. Excellent referee, Kenny Bayless, one of Nevada's finest, if not the finest. And Jones landed a punch and then slipped down. And believe me, when you've been hit, rocked, and dropped, the last thing you want to do is slip like that and fall down. It takes a lot of energy to get back up. Bellows misses a wild right hand. Bellows should use the jab, go to the body, to try to set up the shot to the head. Seems like he's getting a little bit too over anxious. There's a nice body shot. The right hand to the head. You see Jones is in trouble. Another one. He's complaining to rabbit punches, but that looked like it was on the side. Here, less than 10 seconds left in the round. Oh, a short right hand. Jones managed to stay on his feet. I told you guys this was the fight to watch. And so far it has not disappointed. Both men have hit the deck. We're going on to round number 4. Mayweather Promotions, Sam's Town Live. Remember, 10:45 p.m. Eastern, the Showbox card kicks off live on Showtime. After this, Memphis Miller takes on Marcos Jimenez. And then you have Vidal Riley taking on Muhammad Abdullah before we switch over to Showtime. Thank you guys for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed the show, enjoyed the live stream. We've had fireworks here in the first 3 rounds. Let's see what round number 4 produces. Lawrence Williams says Tony Weeks is the best referee in Nevada. Hey, you could be right. They're both 2 of the best. You don't have any complaints from me. Let's see round number 4. Let's see how well Jones has recovered from the knockdown. Bellows already recovered from hitting the deck in the second round. See, he's trying to go to the body himself. Well, I just got word. The order has switched. Everybody on here who's been asking about Vidal Riley, he is the next fight. After this, whenever this fight ends, and you guys have seen both guys hit the floor, this fight could be over this round or it could go the distance. We just don't know. After this, it will be Vidal Riley taking on Muhammad Abdullah. And after that will be Ladarius Memphis Miller taking on Marcos Jimenez. So everybody who's waiting for Vidal, you don't have to wait very much longer. Make sure you guys are on. Tell your friends. Vidal is on next. And Marianne Regis, you're right. You tried to go and it was sold out. This fight's been sold out for days. This card, this venue, there's not a bad seat in the house. Sam's Town, it's a very intimate setting. Whenever you see a Sam's Town card go on sale, I suggest you buy it that day. Don't wait because these sell out fast. If you want to see up-and-coming fighters, fighters on the comeback trail, Sam's Town's the place to be. Another nice shot by Bellows, sends Jones back. That looked a little bit low. Jones, you can see it. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. Bellows is going for it. May just take one good punch. Mayweather Promotions, KO Bellows trying to go for the kill. Right off the deck himself in the second round. Knocked him down in the third. Jones on very unsteady legs. Bellows has him hurt. Does he have it in him to finish him off? And can Jones turn it around? You see his legs are still very wobbly. Can he get through the round and recover between rounds? The right hand lands. Ooh, both. Oh, that's it. That should be it. Big right hand counter. Liddell KO Bellows. Let's hope Malcolm Jones is okay. He's not moving. He appears to be out cold. Let's hope he's okay. Now he's moving his legs. He's moving his legs. It's a very good side, ladies and gentlemen. Big right hand. That's going to be one of the top knockouts of 2020 when the year is all said and done. May not end up on top, but it's definitely one of the top knockouts. What a right hand by Lionel K.O. Bellows. Put him to sleep. Thankfully, though, Jones is okay. Malcolm Jones is moving around. He has his hands on top of his face now, as they tend to him and try to get into his chair. And the fight a lot of you guys have been waiting for is coming up next. Vidal Riley taking on Mohamed Abdullah. First, we got to get the particulars from Ramblin' Ralph on this fight. And Malcolm Jones is up, set on the stool. Boxing is a rough sport. The last thing you want to do is see anybody get hurt. Always nice to see the fighters leave the ring the way they entered. Remember, March 8th, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation's 5th Fight for Fitness takes place at Sunset Park in Las Vegas. Features a 5K race, a 1K family run and walk, and a community day party. Starts at 8 a.m., but I cannot stress enough, if you're gonna come out, get here early. Drink your coffee, set your alarm a little bit early, even though it's Saturday. Get out there half an hour to 45 minutes early. Have a great day. Lots of Mayweather Promotions fighters will be out there. It's a great cause, and it's some great exercise. For more information, please visit www.tfmjf.org. And on March 28th, Luis NERY takes on Aaron Alameda in Las Vegas on Showtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, official time. 2 minutes, 55 seconds of round number 4. Your winner by knockout from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Compton, California, Lionel K.O. Bellows.
What a knockout by Lionel K.O. Bellows. Big right hand put Malcolm Jones to sleep. Thankfully, he's okay. Remember, the fight a lot of you guys have been waiting for is coming up now. Vidal Riley takes on Mohamed Abdullah. Vidal Riley 3-0 versus Mohamed Abdullah 4-1-1. Nate Morrow has fought. He was stopped by Mickey Scala. Just answer some of you guys' questions as we wait. I see a lot of people here for Vidal Riley. Conor McGregor? Nah, he's not on this card. This is boxing, man. Luis Neri, yep. And he doesn't have to worry about making 118. His next fight's at 122 pounds against Aaron Alameda here at the Park MGM in Las Vegas. Showtime main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we wait and while we have a break, they are selling merchandise, the Money Team and Mayweather Promotions merchandise outside of Sam's Town Live. If you are interested, and if you don't find what you want outside, just go to www.themoneyteam.com for all your Mayweather and Money Team merchandise.
Now for that Luis Neri Aaron Alameda card, it was supposed to be Otto Wallin taking on Lucas Brown. Wallin, of course, was undefeated, fought Tyson Fury, cut his eye. The fight was nearly stopped. That's where he gained his claim to fame. But he unfortunately hurt his leg in training, so he is not on that card anymore. Apti Davtev, a tough Russian unbeaten fighter, 20-0-1, has stepped in 20-0 with 19 knockouts, and he'll face the always tough, rugged Lucas Big Daddy Brown in the co-feature bout. Heavyweight fights.
I want to extend a very happy birthday to my mother in the crowd. I appreciate you for coming around, Mama. I appreciate you. Happy birthday. Thank you for being here.
For all your Mayweather fighters you want to follow, Malik Hawkins is at I Am Freezer Time. Richardson Hitchens at Richardson Hitchens. Kevin Newman at Kevin Newman _II. Ladarius Memphis Miller is Ladarius _Miller. Sanjar Rachmanov is at Sanjar _Rachmanov. Maurice Lee is at Powered by Christ _. And Vidal Riley, I don't even think I need to tell you guys, at is I Trill. And Linnell Bellows is at KO Bellows. Follow all your favorite Mayweather Promotions fighters. As Vidal Riley's getting ready to fight, the venue is starting to get fuller and fuller. It's a complete sellout. There's no tickets available. If you don't have a ticket already, make sure you check out this live stream. And then at 7 or 10:45 p.m. Eastern, tune in to Showtime. Future Hall of Famers Zab Super Judah in the house. 2-division world champion Badu Jack in the house. Floyd Mayweather Sr. in the house. Layla McCarter, former multi-time world champion, in the house. And of course, all of you on the stream in the house. Let's go to the Tell the Tape. Vidal Riley, 3-0, 2 knockouts, 22 years of age, fighting out of the UK, 6'1", 201 pounds, taking on a tough opponent in Muhammad Abdullah, 4-1-1, a 34-year-old out of the United States. And a southpaw, which always presents extra tricks, especially for a newer fighter like Vidal Riley. Now, I know a lot of you guys that stayed here for Riley know about him, the YouTube sensation and whatnot, but for the ones that are just boxing fans, don't really know so much, Vidal Riley is a real fighter. He's not one of these guys that just started to train 2 months ago, last year, and take up boxing like a hobby. He's been training. He was an amateur fighter. He's a real boxer who just happens to also be a YouTube sensation. That's why he signed with Mayweather Promotions. People are asking why it's only a 4-round fight. That's because these fighters don't have a lot of experience yet. Vidal Riley's only 3-0. Muhammad Abdullah only has 6 fights at 4-1-1. Usually you graduate your way up unless you have a huge amateur career for like 8, 10, 12 years on like the Olympic circuit, like a Guillermo Rigondeaux or Lomachenko. These guys that had a typical amateur career, like Riley did, you start at 4 rounds, you move up to 6, you move up to 8, move up to 10, then you go to 12. That's the normal course that they take. I don't think we're going to get Floyd Mayweather Sr., but we do hopefully here have a surprise in a couple minutes that I think you guys will enjoy. Did all you Vidal fans tell all your friends? Fight's getting ready to start. Ramblin' Ralph has his microphone anxiously awaiting to announce both fighters. After this, we have Ladarius Memphis Miller taking on Marcos Jimenez de Cupo Alto, Puerto Rico. You might remember Tito Trinidad is from there. And Memphis himself is on a long win streak, getting ready for his title shot that should be coming soon. And after that, at 10:45 Eastern, Showbox comes on, Showtime, triple header. Kicking it off will be Kevin Newman, taking on Cenk Plana. And then 2016, Haitian Olympian Richardson Hitchens will be facing Nick DeLomba. And in the main event, the Las Vegas grudge match, Keith Hunter versus Sanjar Rachmanov. Now the fighters are starting the ring walk. Lawrence Williams, I do not see the great Ava Knight. That does not mean she is not here, but I have not seen her yet. She is at a lot of these events here in Las Vegas. My view, I'm a little bit elevated, so I can see most of the seats, but there's a few I don't.
Gucci all up on my clothes, yeah. California king, yeah. I got one of those, yeah. She said, can you sing, yeah? If you bring your girls, yeah. Snakes up in the fields, man. I don't deal with those, no. Fashion when you see me, from head to my toes, yeah. I'm million a song, yeah. That's how much I gross, yeah. She said, Papa, hey, with me, I stick to my drawer, yeah. Pictures on the lap now. I swear there's some cons, yeah. M-series I go, always have 2 phones. One that's for the bros, 2 that's for the clothes. Wait, I might have 3 that's for the bro. I might try a 4 that's for the bro. Most blood on my feet 'cause I got 20 on my toes. You bought her alone, I bought her alone. She classy like a Bentley, so I got her one of those. Baby said she like my clothes, and she said she like my flows. Gucci all up on my clothes, yeah. California king, yeah. I got one of those, yeah. She said, can you sing, yeah? If you bring your girls, yeah. Snakes up in the fields, man. I don't deal with those, no. Fashion when you see me, from head to my toes, yeah. I'm million a song, yeah. That's how much I go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next attraction of the evening. 4 rounds of boxing in the cruiserweight division. At ringside, your 3 judges scoring this bout will be Adelaide Bird, Ricardo Ocasio, and Chris Migliori. At ringside, the review official is Joe Cortez, and in the ring, the man laying the law when the bell sounds, referee Robert Hoyle. Introducing first, Fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing gray and silver trim trunks. He weighed in officially at 198 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 4 victories, 1 defeat with 1 bout even. 2 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Highland Park, Michigan, by way of Cincinnati, Ohio, presenting Muhammad Hurricane Abdullah. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the dark green trunks. He went officially at even 201 pounds. His professional record.
Is there any time frame that you're going to come back, or do you have any information at all?
I mean, I'm trying to get out as soon as possible. I want to be extremely active. Last year I only had 2 fights, and one of those fights lasted 1 round. So I need to be active. I need to be out there. I'm trying to fight at least 3 times this year. I'm in the prime of my career. I'm 30 years old now. I got a couple more years of prime time fight left in me, so I got to get it all out there right now.
A lot of people want to see you and Jamal Charlo. You probably heard that a million times.
Yep.
If that fight presents itself, is that a fight that you would want? Obviously, there's a title on the line.
Absolutely. Charlo is he's a title holder, and he is more than beatable. You know, I don't really see what the hype is about that man, and I know that I would deal with him in the ring. So, you know, that is a fight that we're definitely looking to make at some point this year, and I'm excited, man.
And in the ring, we have Vidal Riley here with Abdullah. And Vidal Riley is a YouTube sensation. We've seen a lot of this in boxing lately, but he's an actual real fighter. He's been training for several years, not someone that just came into this sport 6 months ago or a year ago like some of these other guys. And you can kind of see just from his stance and the way he fights, he doesn't fight like a, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but like a new guy that's just coming in at 25 years old and, hey, you know, I want to be a boxer.
Right, yeah. I mean, I actually spent a little bit of time with him. He was working with KSI before his fight, and we were hanging out in Vegas before he fought Logan Paul. Yeah, he is, you know, he's a serious guy. He's looking to really build on it. I think he's got 3 fights now. And, you know, he's taking it seriously. Obviously, KSI saw something in him to have him.
Nice right hand there.
There you go. You know, to have him in the camp. And, yeah, fellow Brit. So hopefully he comes in here and does the job here tonight.
And what's your opinion just on this whole thing? I know some boxers don't really like, not so much him, but some of the KSI, the Logan Paul, were like, oh, they're not real boxers. They didn't put in time like us. But they're bringing new eyes to the sport. Whether they're good boxers or not, you're getting new fans. And to me, it seems like that's always good to bring new eyeballs.
Yeah, so there's 2 sides to the argument. I mean, you got the purists, you got the die-hard, hardcore boxing fans who hate to see, you know, fighters who haven't dedicated themselves to the sport come in and make all this money. And then you have the fighters themselves who probably look at them and say, hey, you know, I've trained my whole life and I'm not making a fraction of what you're going to make in your one fight, and I haven't made that in my entire career. So you've got that argument. And then you've got, you know, the casual fans, the people that maybe don't follow the sport and who are now being drawn into the sport because of these, you know, social media stars getting into the ring, and it's introducing them to our sport. And on that basis, I say it's a good thing. You know, it transfers down to us, you know, the real fighters. You know, they're bringing in a whole new fan base, a whole new audience, a whole new money stream. And, you know, it's inspiring kids to get involved who would have never even looked at the sport of boxing. But because their YouTube stars are doing it, they're like, you know what, I'm going to try it, you know, and then I'm going to follow the real fighters and get involved and tune in and buy pay-per-view and go and see these fights in Vegas or whatever. So in that sense, I think it's a great thing.
We're on here with world champion Chris Eubank for all the fans tuning in on the live stream. And you saw in this round, Vidal Riley landed some nice shots. It's only his 4th professional fight. His opponent is 4-1-1, so he's not just in there with, as they say, a tomato can guy with 5 wins and 20 losses.
Right.
How far do you see someone like him going in the cruiserweight division?
You know, I really can't comment. I can't make a comment like that. I haven't been around him enough. I haven't seen him train enough. I haven't seen enough of his fights. He only had 3 fights, so it's hard to say how far something like that can go. But looking at what he's doing here in the first round, you know, he's putting his punches together. For his size, he seems to have a lot of speed, and you know, he is he's hungry. He looks like he wants it. So those are all the ingredients for a promising fighter moving forward.
And someone like yourself with a world-class father, great, one of the best from the UK, and then just yourself coming up, there's always a lot of pressure. How did you deal with that? Now you're a little bit older, as you said, 30 years old. You've won titles, but when you were younger on your way up, was it tough on you, just having that shadow?
Yeah, absolutely. It was extremely tough. You know, my first pro fight was on terrestrial TV in England on Channel 5. You guys don't have that out here, but in England it's
a big channel,
a huge channel.
Yep.
2 million people, 2 million viewers in my pro debut. So you know what professional fighter does that in their first fight, unless they're coming off of, you know, winning an Olympic gold medal or something like that.
Oh, big right hand and left there, not to cut you off.
No, it was a great shot. So yeah, there was a whole lot of pressure, and but I used it to my advantage. I knew that all eyes were on me. I knew that people expected so much of me, and you know, it was either going to break me or make me, and it made me. You know, I knew I couldn't let the legacy down, so it pushed me to fight harder, to train harder, to perform better, and you know, the rest is history.
Yeah, because you're one of the most successful father-son duos. We see a lot. I'm not going to say their names, but a lot of the sons just don't make it. They just fall completely flat.
You know, if you're looking back through boxing history, it's probably like 95, 98% of every, you know, world champion who's had a son who stepped into the ring to try it themselves they're failed. So the odds were actually severely stacked against me. That was a good body shot. But we made it work. You know, I wasn't doing it for money. I wasn't doing it for fame. I wasn't doing it because my father wanted me to do it or because he didn't want me to do it and I could prove him wrong. I love the sport. I love the competition. I love the grit and the tenacity that's needed to get through these fights. It's in my blood. And, you know, I'm going to do it until the day that I can't do it.
When training here in Las Vegas, there's a lot of top fighters. You're in the Mayweather gym a lot. What do you think of Kevin Newman, who will be fighting on the Showbox card, opening it up here in a few minutes?
Very talented kid. Sparred with him for years and years at FLOYD and, you know, all over the Las Vegas gym circuit. We've had we've trained a lot together. So you know, I know what he's made of. He's very talented, and you know, if he puts his mind to it, he can really be a real force in his weight division, that's for sure.
And you've been fighting at 168, at 160. Which is your ideal weight? If you could get the biggest fight at your choice, what would you prefer to campaign at?
I mean, I was fighting at super middleweight for 3 years, not out of choice. I was kind of forced into it. You know, that was where the big paydays were. That
very
was
successful at it, by the way.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah. I mean, it was tough, but it was worth it. You know, the big names, the titles, you know, the big money fights were all at super middleweight for me over the last 3 years, especially in England. I was finding it hard to get fights at middleweight, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to move up. It's going to be tough, but I know I can handle it. Now I've kind of gone through that stage, and I've had the big fights, and I feel like, you know, at 30 years old, I'm probably only going to be able to make middleweight for another few years. So I want to campaign at middleweight. So obviously I fought Conor Bob at middleweight in December. Only lasted 2 rounds, but you know, I felt good. I felt really good. I made the weight really well, and that was a worry for me leading up to the fight. You know, I hadn't done it in 3 years, so I was like, how's my body going to react? And I made it so well. So middleweight is my natural weight, and I will be fighting at middleweight for the foreseeable future.
That's good to hear, because after so long, and as you say, you get a couple years older, it's 8 pounds. It's not like you're going in the lower weights, 3 pounds, 4 pounds. It's a big difference.
I mean, but the thing is, fighting at super middleweight for the last 3 years, I was having breakfast and eating all the way up until the weigh-in. You know, I was never a real 168 pound fighter. And you know, even on the night, I would never put any more weight on. I would come into the ring at 168. Whereas, you know, you got these guys, they're blowing up to 170, 180, 190. You know, they're putting on 20 pounds before they get into this. I was fighting some big dudes. So now that I'm down at 160, you know, I put on like the 8 pounds after the weigh-in, and it's a much fairer opportunity for me to be fighting against these guys who are my own natural weight. So I'm happy with it.
We're here with Chris Eubank Jr. We have Vidal Riley taking on Muhammad Abdullah here in a cruiserweight bout, and it looks like so far Vidal's having his way pretty much every round.
Yeah, he's dominating, moving forward. He's the more active fighter, the more aggressive, throwing more combinations, a lot of good body shots, which is very impressive for a fighter who hasn't had, you know, the amount of fights that. For the fights that he's had, he's only had 3 or 4 fights. So the fact that he's going to the body is very impressive, because usually it takes a long time to do stuff like that. So yeah, this is it's an impressive performance so far.
And last week had the biggest heavyweight fight since probably Lewis and Tyson. What did you think of the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury?
I thought it was a great fight. It was unexpected, that's for sure. I did not see it going that way. Obviously, as a fighter, people always ask me, you know, who's going to win? I want to bet on, you know, I want to put some money on who you think is going to win. And I'm not going to lie, I was telling people I thought that Wilder would do it. You know, the 2 knockdowns in the first fight, I thought he would, you know, he had his range now and he would be able to connect. And take Tyson out, but Tyson had different plans. He put on the extra weight, and he imposed his will from round 1. He ran at him, didn't let him get into his rhythm. Took his spirit away from the very first second of the first round, and you know, that extra weight. I think what was he, like 40 pounds heavier? That, you know, that's a real.
Yeah, it was 273, I think, versus like 230.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a massive.
232, something like that.
That is a massive weight difference. You know, obviously Wilder is a big boy, but he got bullied, man. He got bullied, and Tyson Fury, amazing performance.
Well, UK boxing is on fire. Hopefully you're up next. Hopefully you get the fight you want. It's been a pleasure having you on here. And hopefully you're announcing that next fight soon.
Okay, I appreciate it, man.
Chris Eubank Jr., thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good?
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Okay.
Take care. Remember, I'm also the boxing scene guy. Yeah. It might be easier to go that way. Yeah. There's a door right over there. You can go out right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for both warriors. This is the 4th and final round.
Here's round 4 of a bout that Vidal Riley has just been dominating. Muhammad Abdullah has taken some big shots, stayed on his feet, but so far has been getting badly outclassed. We want to thank Chris Eubank Jr. again for spending a few minutes with us. Talk about the fight. You heard him. He wants Jamal Charlo next. WBC middleweight champion, Jamal Charlo. This is the 4th and final round. We're here at Samstown Live, Mayweather Promotions. Nice right hand there by Riley. You see for the cruiserweight division, Riley's very fast. Nice combination punch there. couple nice shots there by Muhammad Abdullah. But Riley goes to the body. See Abdullah trying to take the fight to Riley there. Now Riley's back to the ropes. Nice left hand there from Riley. But Abdullah's unfazed and comes forward and landed a couple of his own. Riley with a few punches of his own before he gets tied up there. There's a 10-second bell. Riley's going for it. And that's it. Fight's over. If the judges have it the way I have it, Riley will be 4-0. As we wait for Ramblin' Ralph to give us the particulars. Up next, Ladarius Memphis Miller taking on Marcos Jimenez. Then after that, remember, 10:45 p.m. Eastern, tune in to the triple header on Showtime. Keith Bounty Hunter versus Sanjar Rachmanov in the main event in the Las Vegas grudge match. On March 8th, we have the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation's 5th Fight for Fitness. Takes place at Sunset Park on the east side of Las Vegas. Starts at 8 a.m. Be there early. 5K race, 1K family run / walk. All your favorite Mayweather promotions fighters will be there. We look forward to seeing you out there. It's a great cause.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges, Ricardo Ocasio, Adelaide Bird, and Chris Migliori, scored the contest 40-37, all for your winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated from London, England, Vidal Riley.
I think they said 40-37, but that probably was 40-36. I don't see how Abdullah won any of the rounds. So with that victory, Vidal Riley is now 4-0 with 2 knockouts. Muhammad Abdullah falls to 4-2-1. Up next, Ladarius Memphis Miller takes on Marcos Jimenez. March 28th, remember, Luis Neri takes on Aron Alameda, main event at the Park MGM in Las Vegas. Showtime main event of a triple header. Opening up today's fights, Mickey Scala improved to 2-0, defeated Nate Morrow, followed up by Kevin Johnson, who won a unanimous decision over Ryan Pino.
Just a reminder, guys, at 7:45, when we go live on Showtime, When we mention Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall here in Las Vegas, make as much noise as you want and as possible to let the worldwide audience know what kind of fans we have here in the sold-out Sam's Town Live.
Also on the action, Frank Martin improved to 11-0 with a 4th-round knockout victory over Raymond Yanog. And Lanel Bellows with the KO of the night, one of the best KOs of the year. Vicious knockout victory over Malcolm Jones. Bellows went down in the 2nd round, came back to drop his opponent Jones twice. The 2nd time he was out cold, but fortunately Jones was able to get to his feet, sit on the stool, and walk out of the ring okay. Up next, Ladarius Memphis Miller versus Marcos Jimenez. And then remember, 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time, tune in to Showtime for the Mayweather Promotions triple header. As Jimenez is making his ring walk from Cupe Alto, Puerto Rico, same city as Felix Tito Trinidad. 24-9, taking on Ladarius Memphis Miller, who fights here out of Las Vegas. Miller's 26 years old, Jimenez is 34. Miller, of course, is a southpaw, while Jimenez is a standard fighter, orthodox. Both fighters are 5'9". Jimenez has 9 losses, but he's been in with a lot of top fighters. And Miller, of course, has only lost once and is looking to get a title shot in the lightweight division. Robert Bird is the referee for this fight, another fine referee. This card has most of the best referees out of Las Vegas. It's the last fight of the stream, and at 10:45 p.m. Eastern, Showtime will go live. Showbox triple header put on by Mayweather Promotions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next attraction of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing in the super lightweight division. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout will be Tim Cheatham, Lisa Giampa, and Max DeLuca. Also at ringside, the review official is Joe Cortez. And in the ring, the band playing the law when the bell sounds, referee Robert Bird. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing aqua and silver trim trunks. He weighed in officially at 137 1/4 pounds. His professional record, 24 victories, 9 defeats, 16 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Cupe Alto, Puerto Rico, presenting El Tigre, Marcos Jimenez. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He won officially at 140 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 20 victories, 1 defeat, 6 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Memphis, Tennessee, presenting Ladarius Memphis Miller. Once again, referee Robert Bird for instructions.
I give you gentlemen your instructions in the dressing room. They remind you now. When I say stop, what that means is stop whatever you're doing, give me a clean break. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Now, anything on the band and up is good. If it's on the band and up, it's going to be good. Gentlemen, let's do this.
And here we go, round number 1. Ladarius Memphis Miller taking on Marcos Jimenez. It's our last bout of our live stream. This is scheduled for 10 rounds in the super lightweight division. Jimenez right hand there, just landed, glancing blow. Like I said, Jimenez has been in with a lot of top fighters, mostly to 135 pounds. Both fighters continue to fill each other out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Special shout out to all the fans that stuck with us the whole way through. Y también a los latinos que están aquí mirando, disfrutando las peleas. Nice right hand there by Memphis. Left hand, excuse me. That left hand was partially blocked by Jimenez. Jimenez with the body shot. Another left by Memphis connects. That's it for round 1. Again, we're here, Samstown Live, the final fight of our stream. We had a total of 7. And remember, 10:45 p.m. Eastern to tune in to Showtime as the Showbox triple header will commence. We have another guest for you guys making his way over here. As we get ready for round 2, Memphis Miller, Marcos Jimenez. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest for you guys. 168-pound IBF world champion Caleb Plant in the house here enjoying the Mayweather Promotions cards. Caleb, man, what do you think so far?
Man, been a good night to fight so far. Got Memphis Miller in there from the home state, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Been knowing him for a long time, and just super excited to see him in there doing his thing. So.
I know you have a little bit of experience yourself doing a little commentary on some of these fights.
Mm-hmm.
What have you thought just, we saw Vidal Riley fight.
Mm-hmm.
Were you here for Linnell's fight?
I had just walked in and missed it, but I heard he stopped him in the 4th round. I don't know how he did it, but.
It was out cold, right hand.
Right hand.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yep. And like you said, you're a home state guy here.
Yeah.
Memphis Miller, what do you think? I know you've seen him in the gym before.
Oh, yeah. We've been knowing each other since we was little kids. And right now he's boxing well. He's keeping his distance, using his jab, giving a little side-to-side, back-and-forth movement, not being a a standstill target. So he's boxing well right now, keeping his composure, but he's got to stay at it.
And we just saw you in the ring a couple weeks ago. I'm going to attempt to say his last name, Feigenboots or something like that.
It don't even matter no more.
But yeah, you dominated the fight, and then the fight was mercifully stopped finally.
Yeah.
Now that you've had a couple weeks, how do you rate that performance? I'm assuming it's an A+, but what do you say?
I feel like we still yet to see the best of Caleb Plant. There's still big fights, great fights to be made, and they will get made. But let's see, a grade, I haven't even really thought about it. Probably an A, B+, something like that. So string together good combinations. I feel like I showed a little bit of everything, inside, outside, offense, defense, off the front foot, off the back foot. So, but just continuing to work hard and, work on getting better. So.
We're here with Caleb Plant, IBF super middleweight champion, and that seemed like one of those fights where you can work on things, like everything. You made it look easy. So was that kind of? I mean, you're not playing around in there, but you're trying, like, maybe let's see if this works, just for future fights. You know what I mean?
Well, we kind of had a game plan going in, and I stuck to it. And it may look easy, but it's not
right.
All that easy.
It's all working there.
Yeah, it's all working there, and it's knowing what to do and when to do it and how to do it. So been doing this for a long time. It's really starting to come together now, and so.
And all the fans always ask. You probably get tired of his name, Benavidez.
Yeah.
Do you think we see it this year? Is it going to be next year? I mean, I know you would take it tomorrow if you could.
Yeah. Well, I posted something recently where in writing, and then I also posted a video of Sampson, his promoter, talking about how they don't want to take that fight right now. They want to wait, and so I can't really speak for him and his team. Those were their words. But, you never heard anybody on my side say that or want to wait. I'm ready to get in there and get going whenever they are. So.
Yep, that's into round 2 here with the Memphis Miller fight against Marcos Jimenez. And, I mean, there's always pros and cons. Like we just saw Wilder and Fury. It ended up waiting a year longer than it was going to, but it ended up being a lot more money for both guys.
Yeah.
So, but as a competitor, you just want those belts and that glory, I'm assuming, is what you're looking for more than the money and the other stuff.
I mean, I'm not in it for money. Of course, I turned pro to make money.
Right.
Otherwise, I could have just stayed amateur. But I'm in this for legacy. I want my name to live forever. I want to become immortal in the sport of boxing. And, you do that by fighting the best. And so that's what I'm looking to do. But, you can't force anyone's hand in there. It takes two to dance. And, there's a lot that goes behind a big fight like that because that's the fight that everybody wants to see. I feel like in the sport of boxing, that's probably one of the biggest fights that everyone wants to see. So it's coming. I'm pushing for it, but we'll see how it falls.
Absolutely. And just for my own curiosity, your strength and conditioning coach said, man, Caleb could fight 160 to 175. I don't know if you saw the story. But I know you're entrenched at 168, but are those plans in the future to maybe move up or move down, become a multi-division champion?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No time soon. I'm going to be here at 68 for a long while to beat all the guys that are here now. And then I'll be in the super middleweight division waiting on these middleweights to move up, all the big name middleweights. So I'm going to be here for a while. So they better get used to me.
And now we see Jimenez trying to be a little bit more aggressive against Miller.
Yeah, he's starting to, he's trying to close the gap. Memphis is still boxing well, keeping his distance well, being the ring general, kind of dictating the pace, but still a ways to go. So.
And you had to wait for your title shot, not as long as Miller's had to wait. Whoa. That looked like he hit him from behind and wrapped the punch around?
A little bit, yeah.
But the ref should have probably jumped in there maybe if he was thinking his back was turned. I mean, it's the fighter. You're supposed to fight till they tell you to stop in that situation.
Yeah, you also don't want to hit an opponent that's turned around, not just for the simple fact, you don't want anything crazy to happen where maybe you get disqualified.
Exactly.
Simply, and, where you were already outboxing a guy. You gotta be smart, but sometimes it's hard to pull every punch, so.
Right, and then some of these guys, like Jimenez, has been in 34 fights.
Yeah.
He may not have been that hurt and went down on purpose, hoping to get a disqualification. You never know.
Yeah, it didn't really look like he was hurt until the crowd kind of reacted. He kind of went down, and but then he realized, I better not go through with this. Let me get on up and keep on fighting. So I don't think he was hurt. He was just trying to. He was second guessing himself for a second.
Yeah, and now they're both starting to exchange punches here.
Yeah.
And as I was saying, Miller, already has 26 wins. He had one setback, but God, seems like years ago now. Do you think he's ready at 135 or 140 for a world title shot?
If not, I know he's really close. I've seen him put together some real beautiful wins. Tonight he's boxing well. He's keeping his distance. I'd like to see him use a couple more feints. There's a good one right there. See, it stopped his opponent in his track. So I like how he's using his feints now, keeping him guessing. But he's got a good jab. He boxes well. And so if not, he's right there at it for sure.
And talking about commentary, obviously your wife is very well known for what she does. But do you enjoy it when you're in there? It's got to be nice getting paid without getting hit, too. You know what I mean?
What, to commentate?
Yeah.
It's cool. You know, I really love the sport of boxing. I'm a fan of it. I'm a student of it. It's something that me and her study all the time. I hope, really my whole family. And so, I enjoy talking boxing for sure. Great. That was a good uppercut.
Yep.
By
Jimenez?
Marco. Yep. He can't get caught up sitting on the ropes or in the corners. That's where, his movement is not going to be as well. He's going to be cornered. So.
And just talk about the psyche of a boxer sometimes. Like, he was knocked down. We don't know how hurt or if he just went down. But when you let a guy kind of get back in and have some success, a lot of the game is mental, where if you're constantly moving, they can't hit you, you can frustrate him, and just where it's almost like they're fighting against two people, you and their own brain, like, I can't get this guy.
Yeah. The puncher is a lot of times going to have a little more difficulty in the beginning of the fight, closing the gap on a person with good boxing, good movement, good IQ. As the fight goes on, the boxer may wear down and they may begin to close the gap a little more. And, with a stylistic matchup like this, it's really a test of wills. Who can impose their will on the other one? Can the boxer impose his game plan and stick and move? Or can the puncher, impose his game plan and his will and, walk him down? So it really takes a lot of mental fortitude, at the highest level to be able to keep momentum or take momentum back if you lose a little bit. So it's really a lot to it.
And you see they're stepping on their feet now. You got the right. He's doing it on purpose, I think.
I'm not sure. I know a lot of times with a right-hander and a southpaw, people, it looks like he is doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Marquez was pretty good with that with Manny Pacquiao back in the day.
Yeah, it tends to happen on accident a lot against a right-hander and a southpaw, but it's also a tactic he could use to, keep him from moving away from him. Kind of pin him with his front foot and try to let some punches go, or at least try to trip him up or stumble him.
Yeah, we see Miller going back in the ropes, and I think that's the worst place he could go. If he stays in the center of the ring, for someone with his speed and elusiveness, it's a lot better.
And he'll be able to slow the pace down a little bit more if he sticks to his feints. He's kind of gotten back away from him. That's going to, every time you stick a hard feint in a punch like that and he bites on it, it freezes him for a second. Slows the pace down a little bit.
That was a nice shot Miller landed there.
Yeah, but Jimenez landed one on the way out as well. So, when you slide out, you got to keep that front hand up or at least that front shoulder up, trying to deflect something.
We've seen a lot of knockdowns where the first guy that lands isn't the one that stays on his feet.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And assuming we don't get that fight, we mentioned Benavidez. I mean, you came out clean from your fight. You were barely touched. Yeah. When do you want to get back in the ring? I know it's still early. Obviously, it's only been a couple weeks, but do you have a target date that you like?
Well, it was just like about a week ago. It was a week ago that I fought. And, I didn't really get too many scrapes or bruises from the fights. But a lot of times it's not the fight that you have to rest from. It's the training camp that you have to rest from. The miles you put in, the sparring, all the rounds, the mental fortitude it takes to go through a top-level, 8-week camp like that. So really I'm just kind of letting my body recoup from that, keeping my weight good. And, here soon I'm going to get right back in the gym and get right back to working. So.
And that's kind of like some people say, I made $1 million in one night, whatever the purse is. Yeah. And it's like, you don't really make it in one night. You made it in about 2 months to 3 months, depending on how long your camp was.
No, you really made it in about 17 years.
Well, yeah, everything you put into it.
Everything, is what got you to that moment. A lot of people think that it's just, one night and they see all the glitz and glam and, cameras flashing and they don't think about, a lot of these fighters spend 8 weeks away from their families, their kids, trying to provide a way for them. So it's really a lot that goes into, the highest level of boxing.
And you've headlined 2 PBC cards in a row on Fox. Great ratings, great numbers. Is that? I'm sure you just want to continue building the momentum.
Yes, definitely. And actually wanted to get Ladarius Memphis Miller on this last card, February 15th. I pushed for that and I asked for it, but I guess it never came to fruition. But I know we'll be back there soon, and when we do, if everything goes right tonight, of course, which I'm sure it will, love to have Memphis on the next Tennessee card.
Yeah, he had a rough end to the last round, but he seemed to finish out this round pretty well in the 4th round. And a fighter as yourself, you're very, you can knock a guy out, you can box him for 10, 12 rounds, where Miller seems like he's more just pure boxer. He doesn't quite have the same power at his weight class. Just talk about how a fighter like that, if you really can't knock a guy out, you have to go in with the mindset of going the full 10 or the full 12, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, he may not have the most pop on his punches, maybe some of the other people in his weight class, but maybe that's something that he's still developing and working on. And but like you said, he's got great boxing skill, and he's been, using his great boxing skill tonight, using his jab, using his distance. So, you don't always have to have the most, boxing that's hit and don't get hit. And thus far, he's doing a pretty good job of that. So.
Exactly, and you've had 2 knockouts in a row, so you've shown your versatility. The fight before, you dropped Uzcategui, was it twice, if I remember correctly, and just beat him up. So is that something, are you looking, because, they say fans like knockouts, blah, 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 but at the same time, you don't want to take those chances or take unnecessary punishment. So how do you balance that?
Well, I feel like my punching power is really starting to develop, and the biggest reason for that is there was a point where I had a lot of hand issues, and for about 5 or 6 fights, every fight, I would hurt my hands early in the fight, and it would make me second guess, my punch output and my punching power. And but since we've gotten, Jose was the first fight where I didn't have any hand issues, and you see what happened with Jose, and then everything's been good since then. You see what I did to Mike Lee and also the German. So now that there's no hand issues and I'm able to set down like I want, I'm kind of getting back to my old style of fighting and let my hands go more.
In this fight here, you see Jimenez is complaining of low blows, and Robert Byrd saying, "Nah, just continue fighting."
Yeah, I mean, this chunk's a little bit high. I haven't really seen nothing go too low. I haven't been watching specifically though for that.
Yeah, that to me is where he doesn't want to be. He's got to get back in the middle of the ring.
Definitely, he needs to. He could tie up, neutralize his offense, and spin him when the ref says break. Take a half step back, and he'll have the whole ring behind him. But there you go. He's starting to wrap him up now. He needs to turn him
and put him into the corner.
Yep. He doesn't even have to work right there if he wants. He let him turn him back around. Now he's back on the ropes.
Yeah, but he held on, let Robert Byrd break him up.
Yep, came back to the center. Smart move, smart move.
They want to go at it. You got a couple sneaky punches in there. This fight's getting a little rough now in there, isn't it?
Yeah, they're making Mr. Byrd get his money's worth tonight. Making him work.
And of course,
that's what Miller's opponent needs to do. He needs to rough him up. He needs to make it an ugly fight, and make him uncomfortable, get in his chest. But from everything I know from the Darius, he's got a lot of mental fortitude. He knows how to stay focused and stick to the game plan.
Well, Caleb, thanks for joining us. Congrats on a great, almost perfect victory a week ago. And we hope to hear the announcement for your next fight soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You want a water? That was Caleb Plount, 168-pound super middleweight champion, IBF, giving his thoughts on his fellow Tennessee native, Memphis Miller. Here in a tough fight, you saw Marcos Jimenez just wink at Miller at the end of the round. We're going to round number 6 here. Miller had the early lead. You saw that it got a little bit rough there the last couple rounds. I think Jimenez might have won a couple. Miller, as the Las Vegas-based fighter, has a lot of fans in attendance, but I see here on the stream, Miller and Jimenez too has a lot of fans. Here's round 6. We're live from Sandstown Hotel and Gambling Hall here in Las Vegas. It's the Mayweather Promotions live stream. It's the 7th and final bout of the stream, but make sure you tune in to Showtime for the triple header taking place at 10:45 p.m. Eastern. It's a nice shot by Jimenez. As Miller goes back into the ropes, which is probably not where he should be. Both fighters starting to exchange punches now. Nice left hand to the body by Miller. Another one. He just turned Jimenez. I think he felt that. Ooh. That left buckled Jimenez a little bit. And now Miller's trying to back out, take a little break, as they say. But the ropes is probably not the place he wants to be. Nice body shot there by Miller as he continues to circle away from his orthodox opponent. And you see, most of the time when Jimenez is stepping in, he's trying to step on Miller's foot to slow him down. It's a veteran tactic when you have a righty and a lefty in there. See that again? Just steps on him. As Caleb and I talked about, Juan Manuel Marquez did that lots of times in that 4th fight. Well, some of the other ones too against Manny Pacquiao, but that knockout victory he produced. But for a lefty-righty matchup, we haven't had too many headbutts, which can happen a lot. As Miller goes back into the ropes. That looked like the old Matador and the Bull as Miller stepped away, and Jimenez actually hit his head right into the corner there in the turnbuckle. We have one more guest for you guys coming up here. Former 2-division world champion Badu Jack had a hell of a fight with Jean Pascal. He'll be joining us here for the second half of the fight as we wrap up this live stream. Remember, 10:45 p.m. Eastern, tune in to Showtime for the Mayweather Promotions triple header on Showbox. And here we go. We have former 2-division champion Badu Jack joining us. The mic is on. Mr. Jack, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So what do you think of these fights so far?
Great fights. Great fights. I was impressed with the stoppage in Bellows fight.
Yeah, I saw you over there seeing that. I mean, he hit the deck. I think it was the 2nd round, and then he got up and dropped him. And then, man, that second knockdown, he had him asleep.
Yeah. I mean, the first, when he got dropped, it was more of a balance shot. He was out of balance, but, you know, the ref got to count still.
Yeah, you could see he got up and he was fine, but when his opponent, Malcolm Jones, went down, he was wobbly from that point to the rest of the fight, leading up to the second knockdown. Did you think it was just a matter of time before he was going to go?
Oh, definitely. Linnell punched hard and, you know, lights out.
And as I was mentioning, Linnell K.O. Bell has had some ups and downs in his career, but this was exactly the kind of win he needed. A 15-1 opponent, and I mean, that's one of the top knockouts of the year so far. It has to be.
Oh, definitely. He's one of the hardest workers in the gym, and I wish him nothing but the best.
And right now we have Ladarius Memphis Miller taking on Marcos Jimenez. It's a tough fight. It's been real rough and tumble in the last few rounds. What do you see so far?
I mean, I think Memphis got to let his hands go a little bit more, but you know, he's doing some good body work.
Seems like he's going, maybe letting himself get pushed into the ropes a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got to let his hands go. Don't let the other guy, you know, pressure him too much.
Because when the fight's in the middle of the ring, Memphis' speed just seems to be too much in his footwork.
Yeah, and he got very good accuracy too. But the other guy's kind of outworking him too. So even though he don't land anything, you know, clean, still throwing more punches.
Nice right hand there by Jimenez. Yeah, and I was talking to Caleb Plant about this. We know Memphis has really like fought push to get a title shot. He had a setback a few years ago, but he's won every fight since then. How close do you think he is for a title shot, either at 135 or 140?
I'm not sure.
Nice
I
body
heard
shot.
rumors he might fight an eliminator. I'm not sure if it's true or not.
But you think this is his time now? Assuming everything goes well in this fight that we're watching right now?
Yeah, you just got to stay disciplined and you know, stay focused and working hard, and you know, his time will come.
And what about you? You're in a Fight of the Year contender fight against in your last fight when you fought Jean Pascal. You went down early. He went down late.
Yeah.
There's been rumors you guys might fight. I know you don't have anything finalized unless something's happened in the last couple of days. But is that still a rematch you're looking for?
Yeah, I hope to get it. You know, I won that fight and they robbed me, and I just want to settle the scores once and for all.
It's a nice shot there by Miller. And assuming you got the fight, is it a whole new strategy from either of you guys, or are we just going to round 13, in your opinion?
We're going to round 13, but of course we're going to fix the mistakes we did in the first fight. But I still won that fight, even though you know, I got dropped in the fourth round. It was not that bad, but it was still, you know, it was a good shot, and yeah, we're gonna do better next time.
Yeah, you could definitely see the difference in the effect of your knockdown versus his knockdown. Not taking anything away from him, but you were up and you were in good shape, whereas he was in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, no, that knockdown that woke me up. So after that, I won every round. So.
And was it just, you're traditionally a slow starter anyways, but was there something you started doing different late, or was he tiring, or what did you notice?
Yeah, I broke him down, beat him up. Nobody landed that many jabs, you know, against him in his whole career. I broke him down, beat him up. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, no, like I said, that was one of the best fights. We're going to round 8 here. This fight is scheduled for 10 rounds. A big fight for someone like Memphis Miller, and for Jimenez too. If he's able to pull off an upset, there's a lot of ways he can go from there. When you watch these type of fights, what do you look for? I mean, Memphis is someone who's a friend. He's in the gym with you for several years. But do you look for certain things just as a fighter, or you just kind of like sit back and try not to overthink it and just watch it as a fan?
I mean, I watch it as a fan, but you know, he gotta. Even though this might not be a title fight or eliminator, you know, this is considered like a small fight or a tune-up or whatever. You still gotta stay focused. Still gotta, you know, train and fight like it's a world title fight. So. You just got to stay focused. He got all the skills in the world, and you know, he's a good kid. You just got to stay focused.
Because when you put something like Lanel Bellows did, that's like going to be all over Instagram. People are going to be posting that video and on Twitter and retweet it 100,000 times or whatever. I mean, even these fights that aren't quite for title fights or eliminators, they can still mean a lot to your career. Obviously, a loss is a setback, but a highlight reel victory can really set you up for bigger and better things.
Absolutely. You know, you got to start somewhere. It's not like you're going to be 1-0 and then you're going to be a superstar or fight for the title. It takes time.
And we see Jimenez is really pushing the action.
But he's not a bad fighter.
Nope, and that's what we were talking about. He's got 9 losses, but he has a lot of experience, and he's been in with the top guys. And as you know, a lot of guys with losses like that, they take fights on short notice. They go in there with 3 weeks, 4 weeks, where their opponent has 8, or they take a fight at a weight or 2 class higher than they're used to. So sometimes you can't always just go by the record.
Exactly.
You've been in with some tough guys. How many has there been in a row? World champions or former world champions? Like 7 or something like that? I lost count. 8
okay, in a row. 8 in a row. No tune-up fight. No easy fight.
And I mean, you've been doing this a long time. How much longer do you want to continue boxing?
I don't know. I feel young still, so I'm not gonna say I feel young, but you know, I feel good. You know, as far as my sparring, my throwing punches, my runs, everything, I'm doing better times than
So you're faster now. Wow.
Yeah, like my heart rate, it was the best ever in my career in my last training camp. So everything, I feel great. I take care of myself. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do nothing, outside of boxing. I try to take care of my body.
That's a big key. Now we're seeing this fight. It's been rough. We see him holding right now, slapping each other. We saw he just did a headbutt to push Miller into the round earlier. If you were Memphis right here, what do you do to combat that? You see he's got his arm.
I mean, if the opponent's dirty,
He looked like he was hurt a few seconds before that. Is it going to count that as a knockdown?
No. Got to get a warning.
For hitting him when he was sitting down. Oh, he took a point. I think when he was sitting on the ropes.
Yeah.
Was there a little bit of acting in there, or do you think that was justified?
To be honest, I didn't pay too much attention, but yeah, probably. Robert Byrd is a great ref, so he was probably right.
But what do you do when you get a guy that's kind of rough in there like this? If you're Miller and your game's speed and you need to stay where he's at right now, but the guy keeps pushing you into the ropes.
You gotta stick to the game plan, but sometimes somebody's rough, if you're dirty, be dirty back, or you know. But don't lose focus on what's in front of you. You know, stick to your game plan and do what you have to do to win the fight.
You see, there's a big welt under the left eye of Jimenez. And we know you want to tell all the fans that are tuning in on the Facebook live stream here, Badu Jack, two-division world champion, about your foundation. For the people that don't know about it, what you got going on.
Yeah, so we started the Badu Jack Foundation a couple of years ago. So our mission is to give kids all over the world a fighting chance in life. So we work with some refugee camps, Palestinian, Syrian refugee camps. Work with some kids orphans in Gambia, where my dad is from.
Please report to the back of the locker room.
Yeah, we're trying to be one of the biggest foundations in the world.
Please report to the back of the locker room.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of work with that.
To get paid. Thank you.
And people can visit BaduJackFoundation.org for more information.
And we know you've put on some fights in Dubai now too.
Yes.
What can you say about that and your what you're looking to do? Maybe your future plans once you're out of boxing, as a fighter, anyways.
Yeah. So we did a show. Actually, Vidal Riley that was just fought. He was the main event on that show. It was actually half kickboxing, half boxing. It was a big sold-out venue. It was a great success, and we'll see. Now also I got my own fights, so it's been. We were supposed to have another show in like September, October, but then I was in training camp, and then after that, now I might go straight into a training camp again. So we'll see when the next show is.
Yep, and we have Memphis Miller fighting Marcos Jimenez here in the ring, and Badu Jack, two-division world champion with us. And yeah, you have to have a good team around you when you're trying to put on shows, plus train for your own fights, plus you have a family and everything else that's going on.
Yeah, it's full-time schedule.
Some more warnings here from Bird. Bird's definitely earning his money in this fight.
Yeah. He's one of the best referees in Vegas.
You see that Memphis has his arm held, and he's still throwing that left hand, trying to fight through it.
Yeah, I think he should use his jab a little bit more. His setup is good, it's good uppercut or his counter punches. But you got to use his jab more.
This Sam's Town Live series by Mayweather Promotions been going on for a couple years now. That was a nice left hand there by Miller. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It's been a lot of great fights. We've seen big upsets. We've seen prospects move up, guys fight for titles. Just what do you think since this series has started?
No, it's great. It's great. I think this is the only local boxing show in town right now that they have every month or every other month. So, I think it's a great thing for boxing, especially here in Vegas.
Yeah, usually here it's the real top level fights or nothing.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have these guys that are still on their way up, or guys that were up and they went down and they're trying to make their comeback. Oh, that was a nice shot.
Yeah, looks like he hurt him with the left hook.
That looked like it might have been low by Jimenez. Yeah, both these guys are going to need a nice rest after this fight. They're both taking some punishment, both legally and illegally.
Right.
But it all hurts the same, right?
Yeah, definitely. Probably the illegal punches hurt more.
And you had that hellacious cut against Marcus Brown, and I'm looking at it right now. That held up fine against Pascal.
Yeah, I got headbutt with him too, but nothing happened.
Do you still have to get it checked out by a doctor every so often, or it's just done?
No, it's done. It was one time. They stitched it up. Came back a month later. Everything's good.
We had, of course, the big fight last week, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. What did you think of that?
I was very impressed by Tyson Fury. He did great. He did what he said he was going to do.
And here we have Miller with maybe a tougher fight than some people expected, but Jimenez, like I said, has been in with a lot of tough guys. He's pulled off upsets before, and he's looking very tough and willing to do anything it takes to win. That was a nice left hand by Miller there. Just run out the last few seconds of the round here. This will be our last round here, the 10th round. Remember, the live stream will be over, but Showbox will start 7:45, 10:45 p.m. Eastern on Showtime. Ring car girl's still full of energy, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both fighters. This is the 10th and final round.
You're a fighter that closes fights very strong. That's what you're known for. How important is it for Miller to win this 12th round, or 10th round, excuse me?
I mean, it's important to win every round, but, you know, it's a pretty close fight. So, you know, you don't want to, you want to give it all. So you don't have to worry about no robbery or anything. Or, you know, you got to close the show. Even if it's not a knockout, at least, you know, make a statement, win the last round. In a close fight, it could go, you know, it could be 1 or 2 punches, 1 round or 2 rounds here and there, you know, and then you.
Yeah, because these close fights like this, it may just be 1 round of difference, and they're all weighted the same. But if you know in your mind that it might be close, I mean, you just got to leave it all out there in the last round.
Exactly.
See, Jimenez just pushing forward.
Yeah, it's a very tough guy.
Yeah, you see both guys are having success there, but I think where they're at here favors Jimenez for sure. When they stay in the corner. Who do you think's fresher right now?
It's kind of even, I think.
Little loose tape there on Jimenez's.
Jimenez throwing more punches though, so he might be a little fresher, but that's also his style.
Yeah, and sometimes the judges favor that. Depends on what they're all looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice right hand there. A little bit of blood now coming out of Miller's lip. Oh, big left hand by Miller, and that hurt Jimenez. I was just going to say that Jimenez was really coming on, and then he just caught him there.
Yeah.
Put him on wobbly legs. And now Jimenez is the one holding on. You land something like that, you want to be careful, but try to close the show, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just run in,
right.
Run into a big counter shot, but you gotta put smart pressure.
Another nice right hand. Oh, another one. Oh. And then they both landed, and it looks like Jimenez might have been stronger of the two. This fight was dirty, but it was a very entertaining fight. Both guys had their moments. Whoever wins. Now he goes back into the corner. And later on, we have Kevin Newman taking on Cenk Plana. Richardson Hitchens taking on Nick DeLomba. And in the main event, Keith Hunter against Sambar Rachmanov. What do you think of that Showbox card real quick as this is ending?
I can't wait to see Kevin Newman. It's a very skillful, talented fighter. I can't wait.
Well, he'll open that up. And here's the end of this fight and the end of this telecast. Badu, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, brother.
And hopefully we have some news on your next fight soon.
Definitely. All right.
Good stuff. So how do you guys have that fight? Memphis started out real strong, but I thought Jimenez came on in the mid-rounds, and it looked like a close fight. And we're the 12th round. When Jimenez was coming on, you saw Miller hit him with something, almost dropped him. And shortly after that, Jimenez landed a big shot of his own. Ramblin' Ralph Velez. Here in a few moments, we'll have the official results as we go to the scorecards. So that Paul P. Mac McKenzie has Memphis. Thank you, Zane Roberts. Thank you guys for joining us. And no, Badu was not wearing sunglasses. I see like 2 or 3 people ask that question. Unito Quiñones, who did you think won? Jonathan Torrance has Memphis with the win. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Max DeLuca scored the contest 95-93, while judges Tim Cheatham and Lisa Giampa score it 96-92. All for your winner by unanimous decision. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Ladarius Memphis Miller. All right, guys, just a reminder, we are a few short minutes from going live on Showtime. When we bring you in and introduce you here at Sam's Town Live, make sure you make as much noise as possible to let the worldwide audience know what kind of fans we have here in Vegas.
There you go. Ramblin' Ralph with the official numbers. 95-93 and 96-92 twice for Ladarius Memphis Miller. A hard-fought victory.